Rabiot leading us in goals and assists all of last season.
You guys scored like 4 goals all season. One of the better transfers that's going under the radar is Deutsche Kamada to Lazio on a free. He's Japanese, man. They're calm, collected. He'll be good.
How the fuck has no one said Chukwueze?
Hate coming on these pods and being the Milan fan.
I think it's like they hate us because they ain't us kind of thing.
No, we don't want to be that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe you just said that, bro. He doesn't know you like that.
Yeah, but Di Maria is 33 years old. He deserves to be in the Champions League right now.
Yeah, he was your best player.
You want him at your club, though.
Everyone's talking shit that Milan have no Italians on the starting lineup. I don't care. I'm so sad about Tonali.
Tonali still will not be that.
He is the only player in soccer today that still has grinta, man.
On paper, Juventus has the best starting lineup.
Oh my god.
I don't know, but that's not on paper.
What's up, guys? It's Jay Zeno here, and we're back with a very special Seria A episode of the Footy Culture podcast. But before we start, very special shout out. As you can see, we're in a different setting right now. We're in the beautiful Amore di Zio new restaurant in Richmond Hill. Thanking them for the hospitality, for allowing us to shoot here. Pizza, pasta, paninis, whatever you guys want, come here. It's the best. Richmond Hill, come here. Shout out Amore di Zio. Beautiful. But let's get into it. First, let me introduce the boys quick. We got some new faces in the panel here, some familiar faces, some new faces. I'm gonna start over here on this side. We got two Milanisti at the helm. We got Alex and we got Demario. Joining us for his debut, we got Daniel Cortese representing Juve. To my left, resident Seria A correspondent Chris. And on this side, we got two fresh faces. We got Steph Trophy representing Napoli, as well as Stevie representing all the Laziali of Toronto. Rare, but he's representing. He's got it. But boys, 2023-24 season about to kick off. Last season, we saw Napoli win their first title in so many years. Crazy year for the league. We saw a lot of new faces dominating. We saw the likes of Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia really take the league by storm and really provide a good look for Seria A. But with that said, I want to start with the first question. Starting this season, who is the face of Seria A right now? Let's start over here.
I actually don't know. Off the top of my head, you obviously know my answer is leao, obviously. Osimhen up there. Lautaro up there. I think those are like a good 3 right there. Kvara's like right behind. I would say those are like my top 3 right there.
Yeah, I'm a bit biased too, but for me, Osimhen, leao, 100%. 100%.
I don't know. I have to give it to Kvaratskhelia, man. He got the MVP. You know, everyone's looking at Georgia now, potential big football league country on the way up. We'll see. I think Kvaratskhelia, though, due for another great season.
I'm seeing a commonality here. Not yet any Juve mention of a face of the league. But look, for the biggest club in the league, let's say worldwide or even in the country, right? Not a face of the league on that team? What's the problem?
Well, when you're not making like Europe, how are you supposed to get big names?
So who's your face of the league?
Mine is Osimhen. Top goal scorer. Probably the most expensive player in the league.
It could be Chiesa too, but
it could be, but not after last season.
That's the problem, right?
But yeah, Osimhen.
What do you guys got?
I would have to agree with
what he's doing. We know what he's doing.
I gotta go Osimhen and Kvara, but Leao's there as well, just for that he's done it for 2 seasons in a row now. Kvara, we'll see what he does this season, but just the fact that he came out of nowhere and just took the league by storm, just like is like a big factor. Like it shocked so many people worldwide and like turned their eyes to Serie A to see Kvara and Napoli win the league.
Yeah, like all the Georgians and all the upcoming Georgian talents too from that is massive. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with I think Osimhen's iconic mask from the last season. Like that kind of took it by storm. Then obviously Kvara, and I'm gonna go with our long-standing Capocannoniere winner Ciro Immobile. Just gonna say the only Italian in the league, top scorers. Yeah.
I had a feeling it was gonna be on there.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be up there too.
You guys agree with that though, Immobile?
No.
Because we've seen what he's done for the Azzurri. I know obviously that's not Serie A, but
and Serie A, look at the goals, look at the records, look at the seasons.
Fair play, he scored
last 7-8
years.
years.
Oh, yeah.
Who scored
He's
more?
always up there. But I don't see like English fans or Spanish fans or like coming in and being like, I want to watch Immobile. That's the only reason why I have to disagree. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think we turned back the clock a couple of years. Then we'll talk about Immobile.
Oh, Barella, you got a shout? No?
That's a show. That's a show.
Yeah.
That's a show.
Yeah.
Best midfielder right now.
I feel like he might be on there over Immobile. Maybe even Lautaro over Lautaro.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I don't know. Why am I not hearing like a big pull for Italy's golden boy, Chiesa? Like, why is Chiesa not the face of the league? Why not?
What did he do last season? He was injured half the season still, and then he came back. He wasn't fully fit until like the end of the last year. Then he put in like 2 goals.
And they paid him. They was playing fullback and stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
fullback.
like
Allegri ball is
Allegri
is
ball.
killing that.
You can't be the face of the league when you're a wingback, man.
Yeah, but going into this season, healthy.
I think Vlahovic will probably be the name on Juve. And Pogba, if he ever comes back, would be put like he's a marketing scheme. That guy, everyone is on Pogba right now. You should have seen it in the States. It was crazy.
I mean, yeah, because we were having this little mini chat before the pod started about, you know, Pog back at Juve, Pog boom, reminiscing about the memories. From an outside of Juve perspective, what's your guys' like genuine opinion on Pogba? The word around him, like, is he overrated? Is he finished?
Yeah. 100%. I couldn't care less about Pogba. Not scared of him. Not scared to go against him. I think sure, Juve fans, you guys remember like everything good he did, but dude, he hasn't played like 5 games in a row for how long now? Like 3 years.
I'd have to say he ain't done yet. He's just been rehabbing for so long. Yeah. Now he's not going to start at the beginning of the season, but I think once he gets a little bit healthy, reintegrate him into the team. With some of the guys, Locatelli, Rabiot, they could do a lot of the hard work to really allow the creativity to come out. I think we could potentially have a really big season from Pogba just to really remind us who he was, you know, and who he is.
Yeah, like for me, we don't have to talk about Pogba before, but before the pod we were talking, like Pogba could have been, in my eyes, a Ballon d'Or winning player, like one of the best players I've ever watched in my lifetime. Like the talent this guy has is undeniable. For me, it's a question of will he stay healthy? If he stays healthy, Pogba is an incredible player. 100%. He just guy deals with injury after injury after injury. Like that's the biggest question for me. Can he play a stretch of 15 games? Then you'll see Pogba. Is he gonna last? I don't know.
I think it's his last season to do it. I think if he doesn't do it this year, I think he's taking the Saudi offer and he's going on that route for sure.
Is a healthy Pogba the face of the league?
I think one of them. For sure.
If he was like you're talking about like prime Pogba.
I'm Pogba, absolutely.
Like, let's say this season he's coming in healthy, he's in good form. Is he the face of the league? Can he get to that point? Can he get back to that point?
If he brings the first Pogba form, he is easily the face of the league. Easily.
I don't think he can get back to it.
Yeah,
but if he was, he would be.
If he does.
Pogba was never the face of the league ever.
He never was because of how young he was.
Okay. I guess.
But you know, also a shout for face of the league is Paulo Dybala because he was the face of the league for like the longest time.
Yeah, and he had a good season.
No.
And he just had a good season. I know you hate it.
You have to play for a top team to be the face of the league.
Exactly. If no one wants you and you're scraping the bottom of the barrel for Roma, then
still a top player, 100%. But I don't know. At the end of the day, still a Roma player. They get disrespected. They'll never be.
I don't think Leao's getting enough credit right now either.
Yeah,
Leao
100%.
is like, at least when you talk about like, for me, what face of the league mean, it doesn't really mean internally. I look at more external, like external fans, like foreign fans watching like Italy. Yeah. Who are they excited to watch? Leao is on everyone's tongue, bro. Everyone loves Leao, and he's such an exciting player, you know? Last season was all Napoli. I understand the Osimhen shouts and the Cavada shouts, but Leao is a special player. Every time I watch him, it's an absolute joy to watch him. Like, he's so talented. Exciting, man.
Yeah, I mean, we saw he got the number 10. R.Leao now.
Yeah.
I think that wasn't even necessarily a move by Milan but Serie A wanted that to happen.
Yeah.
To give them. I think Serie A wants him to be the face of the league.
Yeah, they probably do. Yeah. Like, come on. And every team in Europe, any like top 5 team in Europe in their respective leagues, if you say choose a player in the Serie A to have on your team, I think all of them say Leao. Like, how wouldn't you want to play like that? Even over Osimhen, Cavada, like he's proven. What do you mean no?
Wait. So
what do you mean no?
So you guys genuinely think Leao's the most valuable player in the league?
100%. Yeah, 100%. I do.
No.
But I think
Barella is the most valuable player in the league.
What do you mean Barella? They almost sold him for what? 80 million?
For what? No,
like most valuable player in the league.
Because you saw a rumor of 80 million?
Leao literally carried a team to a scudetto alone.
Without Barella in that midfield, they don't go to the Champions League final, they'll probably make top 4.
We'll see this year with Brozo gone.
Yeah.
Leao made Pioli look like a good coach. Leao made Pioli look like a good coach
And he's still going to this year.
with salad maker on the right wing.
I'm not saying Leao is not like
He's
top 3, but I think that was the most important in the league.
Leao is what every Juve fan wanted Chiesa to be.
See, but this is what I was asking. Is it what's valuable, important, best? Like, what's the
important.
definition? What are we talking about? Like,
Let's say valuable in the sense that
like market value?
yeah,
No.
market value
And
in the
what they
sense
bring
that
to their team.
Like this many teams would want him the most out of any other.
100%.
Oh, then it's Leao then.
Leao's the most wanted by every
I think
team.
Leao and Osimhen though.
Yeah, even
Osimhen,
Osimhen.
Like everyone
yeah.
wants a striker. And
Yeah,
the strikers
yeah,
always
yeah.
go for more.
I think Osimhen's right behind.
Trophy. Are you buying that Leao is more valuable than Osimhen?
I think he is valuable. I think though the thing people don't realize valuable wise with like Osimhen and Kvara is that like they have their whole nation behind them. Like Osimhen has like there's so many Nigerian Napoli fans, and same thing with Kvara, so many like Georgian fans that get brought into the market. So I think that's a huge factor. And I feel like Osimhen, just because he's the striker and he scores those goals, and I think that's what really like brings so much attention to him.
I think he fits more on more teams as well, right? You put
Yeah.
Leao into a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
Put him on
Doesn't
Juve.
work.
It's
Yeah.
probably not going to work.
Like we both.
fair.
Nothing works
fair.
at Juve.
Yeah.
No, I've definitely seen way more like rumors of Osimhen going to teams. Like I've heard United, I heard PSG, and then Saudi Arabia. Like Leao, like not much.
City.
But he
Maybe.
signed the extension. That's probably why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly,
Extension,
yeah.
that was-
Yeah.
I mean, so did Osimhen now.
But the thing is, like, I don't think Milan would sell Leao. Napoli are willing to sell Osimhen just for the right
just
price.
Resigned him.
Huh?
They just resigned him.
Yeah,
I'm saying, but they would sell Osimhen for the right
yeah,
price.
200 million is the
Yeah.
asking price.
Yeah, which is
Fair, yeah.
which with this market, yeah, that's fair.
Well, Leao's disappointed with the departure of Maldini, though, right?
No, I think he's good now. He's good. I think he's happy that they actually. I think if they didn't if they just sold Tonali and then didn't do anything with the money, he would have been pissed off.
I think the morale's up
Yeah.
now because
Yeah.
the investments have come in. There's a lot of fresh blood, fresh names. But like when Tonali left, Maldini left, Ibra left, everyone was pissed. Manyan was pissed. Theo was pissed. Like they were like posting on their IGs and stuff, like their stories. So I think the morale is up in the camp now. But
Okay.
Yeah, he got some of the trust. He got the
I was
trust.
pissed too.
yeah, buddy, you know. Like,
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I have a serious question about like this Milan. Yeah, okay, Leao's happier now, but like, is he actually happier because did Milan actually get better? They lost one of the best players in the league, and they replaced it with a bunch of mid. Let's be honest.
okay, yeah,
They replaced it with depth, but no one comes close to Tonali in that
Yeah,
team.
let me bring some substance to his question. Did Milan actually have a good transfer window, or is it an overrated transfer window?
Overrated.
Dude, they had a great transfer window, guys. I don't remember I would say like the last time I seen Milan with actual depth, where you actually are saying like maybe Giroud doesn't start today. We have another guy, Pulisic on the right wing with Chukwueze. Like you don't know who's starting what game. We've never had that. I would say for the last 7 years.
yeah, I think we swapped a bit of quality for depth, which is underrated. But
Help you in the long
also,
run.
we're playing
Yeah.
that game. We're playing that game where it's like we replace Tonali with 3 guys. If one hits, then we're fine. You know, like it's a bit of a gamble we're taking with these guys. Like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, bit of a gamble, right? For me, Reinders, I'll talk about it more later. I think he's the real deal. I think he's a serious player. Then we have another young guy in Musa. Like we have these 3 center mids coming in. Are they the quality of Tonali? No. Can one of them, maybe 2 of them, become it one day? It's possible. You don't know, right? Like, but the depth is huge, man. Like last year, we were going into games with Junior Messias and Salamakers,
Yeah.
like the depth options
lethal
against
attack.
Inter in the semifinal. Like we were down 2 goals and off our benches, we're pulling off guys who should not ever be in a UCL final.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the difference this year. Is we have a lot of options. So I think we might have gotten better, but it's tough, man. A lot of questionable players who've had like Pulisic.
We've
Like,
seen
these guys have had
Prem
questionable
players, like
past, you know?
thrive though. Look at Tomori, look at Smalling.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
these guys
yeah.
like,
Facts.
Oh, yeah.
and then they like
Facts.
I think we 100% got better. 100%.
You guys got a lot of injury prone players.
100
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pulisic usually injured most of the season. Loftus-Cheek
Okay, but
injured most
like
of the season.
those guys, like we've all seen them healthy. They're great players. Like Ruben Loftus-Cheek is the reason why Chelsea slapped us both times in Champions League.
I'm sure that's why you guys got him.
And yeah, like you said, Reinders is
Real
unreal.
deal, man.
Yeah,
he's
but
gonna be the one name that not a lot of people talk about, but
Yeah.
he's gonna
Yeah.
be probably the bigger.
And a lot of
one.
people are still forgetting Benacer, who's better than Tonali, in my opinion.
How long is he out for? Or is he back now?
He'll be back probably sometime next season, later in the season.
It's
though.
late. I'm pretty sure it's a really long injury. I think
Yeah, so you can't really say
Still
Benacer.
though, that's a player that we still have
I
him.
want to give a shout to my guy. I know we're talking about transfers, but Krunic, man.
I knew you were
don't
gonna
know how
say
you feel about Krunic. I've done a 360 on Krunic. I think that guy is so important to this team because you can play him anywhere. I've seen this guy play left wing, cam, CDM, like fill in the play. Last season when Tonali and Benacer were struggling, this guy came in and tidied things up. Like he really fixed up that midfield. We took out Brahim Diaz and put him in the 3. So I just want to shout out Krunic.
When you signed him when he went down to Napoli, I said
Yeah.
whoever's going to sign him is going to get a good signing.
He
Didn't happen right
he
away.
doesn't get enough love among Milan fans. He's
Just
good,
I think
man.
that's a big name that you just brought up as well. Brahim Diaz. The exit of him, I think, is really important. And I think Pulisic is going to kind of need to fill his shoes a bit.
Yeah.
Bring that
100%.
creativity to the team.
100%. Yeah, losing Brahim was tough because I never really knew how I felt about him. Like, there was games where he was our best player and he won it for us. He loved facing Juve, but like, man, he would go streaks of games without doing anything. I think it wasn't worth the price. Like, I would take Pulisic over Brahim Diaz. Maybe that's a hot take. I'd take him over Brahim Diaz, but we'll see.
Stay fit.
Pulisic is going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're talking about some old faces. We're talking about some fresh faces. It's been a heated mercato so far. You mentioned some Milan signings, RLC, Okafor. There's, of course, other signings around the league, Fratesi, Thuram. Who do you guys think has been the best signing of the window so far in Serie A?
Low key might be one of the ones you just said.
Who is it?
Fratesi to Inter.
That's a good one. That's a solid
crazy
one.
signing.
That's a solid one.
For them to go and get one of the best midfielders in the Serie A and having the best midfield trio in the Serie A and adding to that, that's insane.
Yeah.
Inter's gross this year. I don't know. They're a scary team.
I have two shouts. First one, what I said before, I really think Reinders is a real deal. Like, I'm telling you guys, I think he comes in. And when Tonali came in, Theo, Leao, like, these guys took that year to adjust. I'm telling you, I think he hits the ground running and he takes off. Like, he's a really, really strong player. Other than that, I want to shout out Cuadrado to Inter. Cuadrado, you guys letting him go on a free, man, straight into a 3-5-2 where he can attack. And it's not like an Allegri 3-5-2. We're talking like an Inter attacking 3-5-2. I really think Cuadrado is gonna have a... Everyone's forgetting about him. They think he's past it. He's not past it.
Is he going to be starting, do you think?
I mean, it's him or Dumfries. I think Dumfries is inconsistent. I don't think it matters who starts. I think having the options, they'll both play a lot. And I think Cuadrado is going under the radar. He's a consistent, regular Serie A player for years. And I think he's going to really finally excel in an attacking team. And I think he's going to do really well. I think it's an underrated signing.
Really? You don't think he's washed?
No, I don't.
Nah.
I don't think he's washed. No.
Really?
He's done it already.
Yeah.
Okay, but obviously the addition of Fratesi, huge.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But big loss in Brozovic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Oh, yeah.
They upgraded, though.
They upgraded.
Brozovic didn't play that much last year.
But
He did. Yeah.
But who has the best midfield in Serie A? Is it Inter?
Inter.
Yeah, Inter.
Hands down?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
What do you
Napoli
think?
has a
think
shout,
Inter-
but I don't know.
Napoli's up there, but
If you lose
Inter's...
Zielinski,
No,
Yeah.
but we're going to get Vega is apparently close to being done, who he lit up La Liga last season,
But
his
he's
first year.
not proven though. Zielinski's like a key.
Yeah, I know.
Facts.
Yeah,
He's like a
Zelensky was
key
on our squad
figure
for a
in
while.
Serie A.
But I think with the depth we have, I think also we signed Can Joost, who's a player who fits Rudy Garcia's style. He's kind of like Ndombele, but he could like nice and physical, tall, strong. But I think still when you have Anguissa and Lobotka and what they did last year, I think you're always up there with the best mid.
Another thing, I don't know. I honestly don't think Napoli's midfield is going to perform the same way as they did under Spalletti, because we've seen Rudy Garcia. He was at Roma. Like, he played good football, but he couldn't win.
Yeah.
And
I think you guys lack depth in the middle too. Like, Inter has the depth now. That's why I think they might have it. Yeah.
I think it's the second year they're gonna have the same thing, right? Like, you've switched completely tactics. Like, you don't know if it's gonna be the same as last year.
Well, right now in preseason he's playing the same as Spalletti, so he's going 4-3-3, same
But no
thing,
one's like
possession based.
Spalletti's
same
tactics
type of
compared
thing.
to Garcia.
Yeah, that's the
You
thing.
can go 4-3-3 and say the managers are the same.
Yeah, that's the
they're not
thing.
the
Yeah.
same.
Your midfield got a big hole in it, no?
No.
Let's not
What do
talk
you mean?
about it.
Dude,
They
one
made
of
good
the
signing.
better transfers that's going under the radar is Deutsche Kamada to Lazio on a
was gonna say
free.
It's
I think that's the
underrated.
best transfer.
But
Oh my.
the pressure on that guy to come in right away, 2 weeks away from the start of a season,
I know.
and fill a
Yeah.
void like Milinkovic,
Yeah,
no one
No.
can
It's
do it.
gonna be
I don't
tough.
care if
But,
you
like,
like, the best midfielder in the world.
he's
it's not
good.
happening.
He's solid. I
Even
think.
Rovella.
Dude, he's Japanese, man. They're calm, collected. He'll be good.
He's gonna be good.
I was pissed
He's
that Milan
looked
didn't
good.
sign him. Honestly,
I thought he was like 90%.
He was. It fell
Supposed to be
through.
from months
I
ago.
was pissed, man. That's a good sign. He'll be good on Lazio.
Okay, but in terms of midfields, dare I say Juve's?
No. Nope. Dare you not say that?
I was waiting to hear something, but I think Juve easily going head to head with any midfield in Serie A.
Really?
You got
No.
Rabiot leading us in goals and assists all of last
Yeah,
season.
that
He had a
says it.
season.
You guys scored like 4 goals all season.
Locatelli,
Yeah.
Fagioli when he's fit, when he's coming
Fagioli
back
had his
now.
breakout year Locatelli is supposed to be something. He's supposed to be the Fratesi, and he's just
not.
disappeared.
I think
He's only
respectfully
Azzurri
the
starting.
top 5. Respectfully, no. Wait,
Respectfully top
wait. Why is that
five.
funny? Why is that funny? That's not like seriously though. Respectfully, they're like
Bro, 'cause he's-
Roma or Juve's mids. After their 2 signings they just did as well.
yeah. Roma also
Roma.
probably.
Yeah, those
Sanchez.
are those are
Paredes.
2 signings that were not mentioned. Paredes and Renato
trash.
Sanches.
Yeah, but those
Yeah.
Paredes is shh.
That sucks.
Shit.
And R from Leon too. They got
And Awar, yeah. That's
Yeah,
a
Aouar is
midfielder.
good.
Aouar-
I don't really
Aouar
rate
also
Paredes, but
kinda
Sanchez
sucks.
and
But then
Aouar,
No.
Roma
crazy
goes and
signings.
signs all of these big names because
They
they're all like
stink.
a marketing pull, and people think like, oh my god, Aouar, Paredes, Renato Sanchez, all these
Yeah.
names that people know, and then it never transpires. And
Yeah,
then
but
it's
those are
done.
2 guys that if they get
True.
back in form, no, I'm saying Aouar and Ronaldo Sanchez. Paredes is not good,
I agree.
but Ronaldo
Yeah, Paredes
Sanchez
is good.
and Aouar, if they get back into form,
We've been saying this for years.
what do you
Well, it's better
mean
than
for
Matt
years?
Ronaldo
Paredes.
Sanchez. He was supposed to get back into form for PSG.
Okay, but but you're also going to PSG. You're also going to PSG where like the expectations are up to here and they're here.
He also didn't play
Yeah.
really.
They didn't play.
yeah, he's,
Roma will be a good fit for him. It's probably a spot where he could get his form back.
But you think Roma's midfield is better than Juve's?
I think Roma's
No
midfield.
chance.
I think,
No,
no.
No
I think they have a lot to
I just-
prove.
yeah.
No chance.
They could be.
I think Juve's is only under Inter and Napoli. I think they have better midfield than Milan.
I
Milan's
think
too
you can still
unproven.
make the conversation still.
But they're
Yeah, yeah.
Still make
but
the
it's also like
Okay, but
fitness.
is this a Juve midfield with Pogba?
No, I said without Pogba. I didn't say with
without
Pogba.
So what about with Pogba?
No, but we don't know how good Pogba would be.
Juve's
I'm not
mid.
gonna say
Juve's
anything
mid
about
is a top 3 behind Lazio and Milan, and behind Roma and Milan, and obviously Roma and Milan are
Inter.
Oh,
Inter
what?
and Milan.
No, I'm saying like behind is Roma and Milan.
Oh, yeah.
And they're both probably a better
Lazio could be them
midfield
too.
if they end up being.
I think
what they
I think
should be.
Napoli Inter are like world of
Top
their own.
tier.
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
think everyone else like Milan, Lazio, Roma,
Yeah.
Juve kind
Could be better, but it depends how it
like
turns
as well.
out.
Same thing. Like
Yeah,
they're-
Cooper
they
Myers
could
is
go
good.
up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all depends.
Atalanta's,
What?
yeah.
I got another good signing, by the way.
Yeah, who's your signing of the window?
I forgot that Atalanta signed Scamacca.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's he's gonna. I think he's gonna ball out for them because
Yeah, he's gonna ball. In
Not
the
even
future,
their best
future
sign.
Azzurri.
no, maybe I
Honestly, I
you don't
also
think
signed
you
that
don't
guy
like
from
him.
La
Eh?
No, I don't like him either.
Last year was injured.
He's not even
for him.
Atalanta's best signing. I
Who's
think
their best signing?
CDK. No, seriously.
Never been high on him.
No. Listen, okay.
Okay, over under 2 goals.
No. Listen, guys.
record.
Decathlon coming in, great. He has great potential. Didn't get it at Milan. Didn't work for him. Was in the right spot.
many games
The
did
deal they
this
got
guy
was
have?
great.
What's
Oh,
the deal?
What do you mean? I think they're paying him $2 million a season. Oh no, same
It's a loan
contract
to
as
buy.
us.
It's a loan to buy.
Loan to buy for $20 million, and they don't. And it's an obligation. They don't have to
Because
do
I was
it.
about to say, how are they gonna give up on the kid that quick?
Dude, if,
That's
I'm telling you,
disrespectful, man.
I
I'm
think
telling you at
they've seen
Atalanta, he might. I'm telling you, like,
Yeah.
I already know what's gonna happen because I'm a Milan fan. This happens to us all the time. He's gonna end up being amazing. I already know.
If there's a place to gain experience and play and develop, it's Atalanta, one of the best places.
That's
Yeah.
Mourinho.
Do I
yeah.
think Milan
Oh,
should
yeah.
have given him one more season?
Yeah.
Maybe. But guy played. Like he made like 30-something appearances
Yeah.
last year. It
It's
wasn't
like
like
he
he
didn't
didn't get
play.
opportunity. No, man, he got enough opportunity at Milan.
he
And I
did.
didn't see any signs of like there was never like that one dribble, that one pass, that one thing. It was just like no spark there, you know? For me it's I get why we're moving on. And fuck, who knows? He might do something at Atalanta. It's a
I
good
know
place for
it.
him to go.
So who's your signing of the season?
Me?
Yeah.
It was controversial. I had Quadrado to Inter and Reinders to Milan. Those are my signings, man. I think they're especially the Quadrado one. I think is super underrated and no one's talking about it. But Reinders, man, special player. That guy's he can do it all. That's what impressed me the most. Like he's a crazy ball carrier. He can build out of the back like a 6, and he scores goals, man. I was watching like some comps. This guy scores good goals. Like
Yeah, he's solid.
He has
preseason,
size.
he's been fire, and he has size.
He's
He can do
solid.
that.
Yeah, I want to see how he does.
You got a big signing on your mind?
I think Endika to Roma, filling
Yeah,
up
that's
that
a good one.
defensive spot for
good one.
Ibanez going to Saudi
Saudi.
Arabia.
Yeah.
For a big fee.
Lots
They
of
got some bread for
Very
it.
big
Forza
fee, yes.
Lazio.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss him.
But I'm excited to see how he does, especially under Mourinho too, under his style of play. But yeah, in Europe though, they're not in Champions League. They're in what
Roma.
Roma,
I think Europa.
Yeah, Europa.
Europa, right? Yeah. So we'll see how he does.
You know what? I have a question for you, Luca Romero. What's the deal with? Is he still like? Does he still have it? Can he still do it? Because I know he's so young, but why'd you guys give up on him? Like,
Because
what's the
Osari
deal?
likes to play like the same
Yeah.
consistent guys, and like Pedro,
Yeah.
Felipe Anderson, Zaccagni,
Yeah.
like he's not starting over any one of those guys. So
Right.
even like in a Europa game, like when we don't even care about Europa, we always just go there and then just exit
Yeah.
like terribly.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't even play him there. Like he would be very minimal. So like
Fair.
at Milan, even same thing. Like I don't see him playing in that attack this year.
Yeah.
He's
It's
gonna
gonna
get
be
loaned
tough to
out.
get in.
Could be a
probably.
good spark off the
It's a
bench.
weird
though, I
one.
think.
Could be.
But yeah,
Good
like you
spark
saw,
of
like
energy.
you saw the goal obviously scored in preseason,
Yeah,
like
that
the
was
left foot.
nice.
But like
Yeah.
that's like there's characteristics where he can be very good, and like there's a reason why
Yeah.
they say, oh, he looks like Messi because like the ball sticks to his foot when he's moving because he's shorter,
Sure.
left-footed,
Yeah.
sure, but like he needs to like go and play
Play
for a
time.
season at like a lower tier team just
Yeah.
to like get minutes under his belt, and then like we can see, right?
So you don't
'Cause
think he's ready yet?
I don't think he's ready. No, like
Seems
he
slow.
literally was just
Yeah.
he was there at Lazio, gained a few years or like minutes of experience here and there, trained the first team. That's good. Milan's gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
If I was him, I would go to like a mid-table team. So swallow someone who was like in a 4-3-3 attack, then you'd be good. But like right away, no,
Okay.
I don't think so.
I'll tell you guys someone who's ready. How the fuck has no one said Chukwueze?
Because it's too.
I-
I don't want to be biased. That's an obvious one, but you know, like
AC Milan just got
No, he's-
another demon on the other
The
flank.
Nigerian nightmare. No. He's
That's the signing of the season.
That is,
especially
it is.
because
It
our
really is.
right wing has been so bad the last like 3 years. It could be a signing of the season for sure. But I think
Yeah.
Pulisic starts over him in every lineup.
No.
You guys
I don't want him to. No, I don't
playing
want him
Cam.
to. I think Pioli rates Pulisic more right now, and he's I think we're playing 4-3-3, no Cam anymore.
Really?
And we're gonna have Pulisic on the right wing. But I think Chukwueze is a sick signing too. I think he's him and Leao on the wings. My God, fullback nightmare, man. It's crazy.
FIFA
Yeah.
dream
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Jay, like I said to you before the pod, I hate coming on these pods and being the Milan fan, but I was waiting for someone to say it. Yeah, he's the signing of the season. It makes the most sense. Milan have been waiting for a right wing for like 3 years now. Wasn't a big fee. He was leaving next season, so we got him for cheap. It is the it's the best signing like all around. Like if you think
So-
about it all around, it's the best signing.
Who's better, Chukwueze or Pulisic?
Chukwueze. Well, it depends.
I would
actually.
rather have Chukwueze.
Really, than Pulisic?
He's a blank canvas to me. Like Pulisic,
Yeah.
I've seen what he can do, and it's more of a gamble.
But have you?
I think he's gonna be like
Really?
another.
I
I think
don't
we're gonna
think-
have like two layouts pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no,
Pulisic-
I'm not saying he's
Pulisic-
gonna be like Leao, but like he's fast, he can dribble, he can score.
Don't count Chelsea Pulisic as Pulisic.
Yeah,
look
I
at the
hear you.
US Pulisic. Look at the Dortmund
I hear
Pulisic that
you.
actually was
But
decent.
I don't know.
A good
I
player.
think-
But speaking of US, Yunus Musa,
Nah, see that was just
bro,
that was a
That's
shot in the
depth,
dark,
that's
man.
that's a good signing.
No, I don't
No,
mind
it's
it.
not,
I don't mind.
man.
He's
No,
so
it's
young.
not.
Bro,
He's
you
like
saw him at the
20,
World
man.
Cup. He was
Yeah,
nasty.
did you see him? You see him for club?
No, but man,
Valencia sucks in general.
Valencia suck, and he's like
you can't judge a 20-year-old. And
Yeah.
you know what his best quality is his ability to carry the ball, like almost like a Kovacic. Like this guy can just take the ball from his fullback and dribble 30 yards into the attacking third in the middle of the pitch. That's so hard to do.
Yeah.
That's what Loftus-Cheek was doing though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
similar
yeah,
to
he's
Loftus-Cheek.
solid.
Same, yeah,
Literally through the
literally
lines.
very similar to
Everyone.
that. But no, I rate Musa. But if I had to rank like the Milan transfers, personally, I still go Reinders first. I would go Chukwueze, then Pulisic.
Okafor.
I rate Okafor, but last season he didn't have a crazy year like that. You know,
I think it'll be
Yeah,
good.
he just
5
scored.
goals or
Yeah,
something.
he just
like
scored
that.
against
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
he also
Just played
didn't
against
play
us.
much. He didn't play much
Yeah.
last season, injured,
yeah.
and he's never played around players like this before. So
Yeah.
it'll be
It's
interesting to see.
exciting.
He's
Like I said
creative.
before, we have a lot of depth now, so I'm really interested to see what Pioli can do. Because I've always given him the slack that he doesn't have enough resources, doesn't have enough options off the bench. Now there's really no excuse. He can play whatever formation he wants. He has the depth and the options to play. So we'll see. I'm really interested to see how like these new signings do. Because bold decision to sell Tonali. Bold decision.
While we're still on the USA, about Timothy Weah.
Yeah,
I
good
know,
show.
I know.
I
Good
think
show.
he's a breath of fresh air
Good show.
for this team. Replacing Cuadrado on that right hand side. Had a great preseason.
Yeah, he looked good.
in
He
the
looked
US. I think he scored his first goal, taking a lot of people on the wing. Let's see how he does defensively if he comes back. I really hope so because you are going to need that a lot.
Yeah.
But it's good to see an American partnering up with Weston McKennie as well. So
I'll get
let's
that
see,
guy.
let's see how they do, man.
Yeah,
Down.
no. I agree though. He's looked
What
good.
a
He's looked good.
midfield. What a midfield. There you go. But no, exciting signings. Great mercato so far, and it's not done yet. But another topic that's really blowing my skirt up right now. Capo Campionare. We got two goal-scoring demons on your two teams. Chiro, Osimhen. Who's winning top scorer?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. And we had
That's
a,
why
like
I
a
asked
tough
it.
year last year. I don't think Lazio's going to replicate what we did last year. I think that was like everyone else didn't do as well, and we did like spontaneous well at certain points. We like exited Europe early. I think Osimhen still has it in the bag. I think like if he doesn't, like it's a letdown. I think like,
Wow.
the guys The guy's a menace. I don't think anyone else could, like right now. Like there might be like a Lookman type of vibe that comes out of
Just
nowhere
about
and
to say
scores,
that.
like an
Just about to say
Okafor,
that.
like something that could maybe.
No.
Like I don't think one of the guys. Like I can't see Giroud doing it. Can't see him being a Capo Canoniere.
No.
Osimhen I can. Chiro Immobile possibility. He's done it before. Can't count him out. History repeats itself.
Dusan.
Dusan no.
Yeah.
No chance?
No.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. Let's give him some time. Partnered next to Chiesa.
Well, they just have the league to be fair, so maybe he'll reach like around the 15 mark.
Let's see if he can pull up some of
Bring that
those
back, maybe,
Fiorentina
like 30 goals this
numbers.
season.
Just around 15, you think?
Over 20, over 20.
I'd say over 18 for sure. But yeah, especially if Chiesa's bringing a lot of attacking as well, I can see Chiesa Vlahovic partnership like being what we actually expected them to see last year.
Flourishing.
Yeah.
It's like Scamacca and Lookman at Atalanta. I could see them doing well, but like Capo Canoniere, I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Christopher, just say it. I already know you're waiting to say
Say
it.
it, man.
Go, say it.
who I'm gonna
You're gonna say
say.
Lautaro. I already know.
No, I'm not. I'm going to say Osimhen. It's the one
No.
guy
To be
on my
fair,
mind.
it's one of those two
surprised.
guys. I think it's gonna be Lautaro or Osimhen.
It looked
Yeah,
like you
I
were
got
itching there to like say something different. You were smiling. Like this.
I'm going the opposite, man. Osimhen's, he's too good. He's too good.
Yeah.
Maybe Lukaku at Juve.
Yeah, he's not coming.
I'd probably have to say Osimhen as well. For another top three, shout out Boulaye Dia
Yeah.
on
He's nasty.
Salernitana. I think he got top three last season as well.
He's on Fiorentina now?
No,
No,
so
no,
I think he stayed.
Salernitana.
Oh, he
still
stayed?
Yeah,
Oh, no, that's
stayed.
the other guy from Spezia.
And Zola.
Let's see how he
Zola,
can do
that's
with Kandreva, bringing it back a bit.
Ali.
Massive Lazio legend.
Let's see how he does.
Yeah.
But Trophy, to reference what Stevie said, if Osimhen doesn't win top scorer, disappointment?
I think so. Well, not as long as if he scores like over 20 goals, I wouldn't say it'd be a disappointment because beside him he has Kvara who scores goals, Simeone our backup striker scores goals, Raspadori scores goals, but then also I have to make a prediction. So I think Osimhen this year could hit 30 goals, given the fact last year he also did miss a month, which I don't think a lot of people realize. But just
Might
no
miss
one
another one,
noticed
though.
because Raspadori and Simeone were like scoring nonstop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Osimhen this season could take another step and hit 30 goals because every year he's constantly taking steps and improved his game.
So you see Osimhen having a better season than he did last year?
Yep.
Wow.
Hold on. Is AFCON this year?
No.
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 I don't think so.
Okay. Because I would have changed my pick.
Yeah.
It is this year? Oh, see? Okay, I'll change my pick.
It is?
Yeah, I'm going to go Lautaro then.
If it's half
You know what my thing is about Lautaro? Because I'm trying to pick between Lautaro and Osimhen. Lautaro doesn't have that. Like, it's Marcus Thuram now. Like, he doesn't have that guy. It was Dzeko.
Yeah.
It was Lukaku. Now we got to see if Thuram can play off him like the way that they did.
That's why they want
I think
someone else.
Thuram will take a lot of
Yeah,
those
I guess
goals
we got to
off
see
them
until the
too.
Mercato ends. So because of that question mark,
Oh,
They
I
got
got
Arnautovic.
They got him. It's done.
Oh yeah, I saw
The
that.
goals are going to be shared, I think.
I don't think he's a Dzeko or Lukaku
No.
level anymore, man. So I'm gonna go with Osimhen. Yeah, I agree with him. I think
Great
he might
season,
even go
though.
crazier than he did last year. Yeah,
Great season last season,
Yeah.
Arnautovic.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Great season.
Yeah, he
Like
did.
on to
He
Fayo
did.
Mota.
That was crazy.
You guys are forgetting the guy. Rafael Leao.
Nah.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
shout him.
I
didn't
think you'll
shout
have 20 this
I'm
season.
shouting him.
Nah.
You don't have to. I'm gonna.
I'll tell you my thing about Leao. Absolute game changer player, can be the best player on the field. I don't think he's consistent enough, and he doesn't have the mentality yet to score 20 plus goals a season and be leading goal scorer in the Serie A with these killers on this list. So is he? I still think he's the best player in the league, MVP wise, like most special, unique, game winner player. But goals, I don't know if he's banging in 20 plus, 30 plus goals like that. That's me. I don't know.
You'll probably get more than
Well,
20.
no. Fun fact. He actually, in his new contract, he got a big bonus if he gets 20 goals a season. So,
Which means he won't hit it.
you never know. Never. I think he'll be. I think he'll hit
Watching him
it.
at 19.
That's how
No,
those
no.
work. They do it for purpose.
I think he'll hit it. I think he won't go that far.
If
over.
Leao
I think
gets
he'll be
20
21,
goals,
We're
Bring it
talking
back.
Serie A.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
20 this year.
But we all
see it.
like. I think with the players he's around this season, I think he can get more goals than he had last season.
I think it's going to be more spread out.
I think,
Yeah.
It will.
I
It will
agree
be
with
more
that.
More
spread out.
assists he'll get
It will
this
be
one.
more spread
Yeah.
out, but I think he's also going to get a lot more opportunities to score too.
True.
But he'll definitely be a 15-15 player.
No genuine shouts for Vlahovic.
I think he'll finish top 5. I don't
I
think
think he'll have 20. I think he'll have 20 around
You're
around
high
12.
on Vlahovic, no?
5.
Yeah, I could see a top 3. There's also a lot of talk around Domenico Berardi coming,
Yeah.
and he pulls a lot of goals with him as well, being the
Every
Serie A
year.
merchant that he is. Not playing too well for
That
Italy,
guy-
which is very unfortunate. But
There's a reason why he hasn't taken the jump to join a top team until now. I think this is finally his last straw to do it.
Yeah.
And I think it's
There were so many shouts to Milan, like him coming to Milan. He never bit.
supposed to go to Milan for time, so to Lazio this summer, then
they were rumored
nothing,
with him
then
for
Juve.
Lozano.
But it's weird because he came out on his birthday. That's a swallow. I don't know if you guys saw it. And he was like, yeah, we'll have a good season if I'm here. And the president came out and he's like, I don't know what he's talking about.
That's wild.
Now it's Juve link, so.
I got one more shout though. Tammy Abraham?
No.
You guys know.
Definitely not.
No, he's injured.
Ivan
I think, right now.
Zapata?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is injured.
Yeah,
Zapata's
they got
gonna go
Dufan.
to Roma,
Zapata
and
just
he's
went.
going to do a Belotti as well, so it's fine.
Like, Tammy has that ability and that like potential, but I don't think he hits. I don't think he can ever get to that. Like
He's also going to come out. He's coming off of an injury. I think he's injured for the first month or two. I don't even know when he's coming back yet. So like, it's going to be hard for him
Not
to
top
find.
5 for sure.
It's funny though. Last time we did this podcast last year, Serie A, a lot of people said Tammy.
Oh, it's because they all like it's the English tax.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
a lot
I'll do
of
one
teams
good
have
year.
done
And
that.
A lot of people said Tammy.
There were Tammy shouts.
A lot of them. Yeah.
Okay, but guys, I gotta address the elephant in the room. I got to. Juve excluded from European competition and fined 20 million. Like,
Got out soft.
why? Like, why are they fixing? Like, what's the situation? Why are they so corrupt?
We're not the only team that's
Ask the
corrupt.
two bodyguards beside you. Maybe we'll get an
What's the
answer.
situation?
Okay, wait, before they explain every team is corrupt, every team does that.
You just get caught.
Juve just gets caught.
Yeah. Go look at what Chelsea's doing right now. You don't think that's corrupt?
So why is Juve, the biggest club in Italy, the only one getting caught?
No one likes us, man.
What do you mean? You have the most fans in the country.
Doesn't matter.
They always need the scapegoat.
So Juve did nothing wrong.
No, they did.
No, they did.
They did.
They should be punished, but other teams should be punished as well.
So did
Napoli.
Yeah.
what happened? Oh,
No. Every team. I'm telling you, every big team.
What did
does
Napoli
it.
do?
I don't know.
Overvalued a bunch of their players by a couple
Hey,
million.
and I think there's one of
here,
us
couple
here
million
that
there.
don't engage in that activity.
Yeah, they don't buy no players.
they don't sell anybody. They don't buy.
Okay, but the shout from you Juve fans is that all the other big teams are
do.
also cheating at the same rate and level.
No, definitely not.
Chelsea's okay. I know this is not
Okay,
Serie A,
that's-
but like look at other teams around the world.
Yeah, Prem teams will never get touched. Don't worry
Okay.
about that.
It's hard for them to match Juve because they don't have the money like Juve. Now they're spending more than Juve because Juve's not making Europe and they're kind of in the mud right now. But before they couldn't really keep up with Juve, so they're not gonna get caught because they're not Juve.
Juve dug themselves in a hole with the contract situations,
Yeah.
and they needed somewhere to show that they're not spending that much money, and they ended up just overvaluing players, and yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think like a team like Milan, who like everyone's on like a $4 million contract max.
We
Like,
let half our players go for free. Never mind. What are we?
yeah, exactly. I know.
The spotlight's too bright on Juve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
of course.
anybody
Oh, yeah.
think that the penalty was too light? Like, should they have gotten
I think
relegated?
it was adjusted to make sure that they were not in top.
Yeah,
so
top
they
four.
got in the bottom. So
Yeah.
in that way, it wasn't conference.
Yeah.
You don't even want to be
I
there.
think
so-
relegation would have been aggressive, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been no. It was fair, but the way they did it was terrible.
You relegate us, then you got to actually investigate on all these other teams. You can't just relegate us just because we got caught. Then start investigating on the other teams.
That's
Yeah, I
that's
think
why
that's
they didn't
fine.
get
The thing is,
relegated.
so let's say Juve has 20 of them.
Yeah.
Napoli has 3, 5. What was it? And then all the other teams. So like, where does the line stop? Of okay, let's say we relegate Juve. What happens to the other guys? Is it just a point penalty? Because it's not the same level
Yeah.
and same money as
And
like,
Juve's
let's say we get
two-time
one transfer
defenders.
compared to other people where Juve's got,
Yeah, I mean, we have.
you know what I mean? So then it's like
Quite a
people
few.
want them punished because of that.
Like, boys, let's be honest about Juve here. Like, I know each one of your teams have had some frustrating referee call games against you guys. So don't be afraid to speak up, man. Like, these guys are the villains, no?
They are. Yeah. Dirtbags,
Yeah,
man.
because we're the best.
Historically,
Yeah.
Juve is by far the most corrupt club. I'll say that on the pod right now. Like, it's not
2006.
even close. It's not even close.
Calciopoli.
You think?
Yeah, in Italy for sure.
In Italy?
Yeah.
In Italy for sure.
Yeah.
If we're talking
It's like every other year there's a scandal.
about go to Saudi now.
in Italy, yeah.
Yeah.
they
100%.
don't bring anything else to light.
Yeah. No, I agree
What do
with
you mean
that.
by that?
No, he's right.
So many other like lower tier teams got like they said that it was the same thing that Juve just did with these other small teams, but they literally can't even afford to pay like the lawyer fees to do this, and they wouldn't be able to handle any of these financial penalties that would be placed on them. So they would literally be going bankrupt. So that's why they're putting all this extra pressure on Juventus and these extra penalties on Juventus.
So was Calciopoli legit, or is it a scam in terms of all the other clubs like coinciding to get Juve down?
It was a little both.
It was
It's legit.
yeah, it was a little bit of
No, it
both.
was a little both. Because like a team like Inter, who
Inter was
won
bad.
the scudetto,
Yeah,
Inter was
and
bad.
they were
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like Juve and Inter were like the two.
They were the two
worst
biggest.
that
Inter,
year.
like,
yeah.
I forgot his name, but the old sporting director of Juve.
Marotta?
Moji.
No, Moji, yeah.
Yeah, Moji, yeah.
He came out and said like Inter like played
Yeah.
just as big of a part,
Yeah.
if not bigger.
So why did Inter get off scot-free, pretty much?
I think I know
No,
why.
but the thing is that
Can
also
tell you.
when it happened, Moji's phone was tapped and all the calls were like recorded right on it.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm guessing Inter didn't get caught as much like that. But also
'Cause
if
of the
you talk to
spotlight.
Moji,
It's because of the spotlight.
yeah. Also, even if you look at interviews until this day, Moji claims he doesn't do anything, but there's literal like phone calls and stuff.
No,
like
he
there's a
doesn't.
Netflix documentary called
convince
Bad
himself
Sport,
that he doesn't do
and the
anything.
same thing happens. He's like, "Oh, I never did anything. I never did anything wrong," and there's just all like proof of it happening.
But
And he's like, "I never did
the
anything."
reasoning he's saying that he didn't do anything wrong is because it was socially acceptable. Not socially acceptable, but acceptable
Yeah,
within that time that everyone else was doing it. Maybe not to the same level. Let's say maybe Inter. I think even Milan did a little bit. Obviously not to
Yeah.
the
They
same
got point
numbers.
deduction.
Yeah, we
There
did.
you
Yeah.
go.
But yeah, the spotlight's way too bright on Juventus. They needed their scapegoat, and that's what happened.
Yeah, if Milan or Inter were the biggest team in Italy, they would have been the one.
Yeah,
one
oh,
Really?
for sure.
well, no, I think Super League. You guys staying in Super League also has something to do in it with it.
No, that was after. But
That was, no, but because of that, I think you guys staying in it, they kind of want to get you guys more back for that too.
Yeah,
So
Well,
I,
You guys were the last team in it.
Yeah.
so as Juve fans, do you think it's like they hate us because they ain't us kind of thing?
No, we don't want to be them.
yeah.
Like, do you guys feel that way?
Yeah.
Everyone says they don't want to be like Juve, but they do.
You really? You think
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I think-
Would you guys want to be like Juve?
No, I think I would never. Yo, okay, wait. Like a team like Napoli, yes, they would want to be Juve.
There's a reason why you're wearing black and white
Maybe-
stripes.
maybe-
You agree with that?
No.
I think Milan is the one team that will say that they don't want to be Juve because I don't think I would trade the Champions Leagues for the
Never.
for the.
They don't want to.
Scudetto.
They don't want to be Juve. They want to be like Juve. The influence that Juventus has towards the rest of the world.
I'll give them the one thing is like how well they do the marketing scheme. There's no one else on the level with them in
Yeah.
Italy. Like
Yeah.
Milan can come close, Inter
Yeah.
can come close, but like
No,
Juve is-
Internationally, I would
What,
argue
the
that-
J?
Internationally, I'd argue Milan is up there.
Even look at
Italy's
social
huge.
following.
Yeah, without Juve,
look at
there's no-
everything. Look at everything.
But outside Italy, I don't know, man. Milan's pretty big, man.
Milan
100%.
comes
They're
I don't know
With
the
American
numbers, but
signings.
yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And now that we got the LeBron James of soccer, we're different in the
Nation.
states now.
Wait, as a Laziale, do you want to be like Juve?
Absolutely not. That's like I was just say, if we had a Roma guy here, it'd be like I'm balancing the scales of which one I wouldn't want to be with.
You know, like, this is my thing. Okay, you guys have the big target on your backs, poor Juve. But like, why? If you're the biggest club in Italy, wouldn't they want to like push you like
No, this
Bayern
is-
Munich in Germany? You know, like why are you guys the
Consider-
problem child?
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro.
like,
Like,
why would they want
why
to
do you guys
get,
have a
like,
target on your
I've said this
back? For
before.
what?
I've said this
Italy,
before.
man.
Italy, there's how many good teams would you say there are in Italy? Like top
Seven.
teams.
Seven.
Like originally top 7 sisters. Right?
Okay, there's
Six.
top 7, right?
Yeah.
Now we go over to La Liga. How many are there?
Three.
I'm giving
Not-
it 4. I put
Four.
Sevilla. That's
Four.
No,
it.
no. So Sevilla, it's not Sevilla. It's there's 3.
Yeah.
Atletico, Barca, and Madrid.
Yeah.
They lose one of those guys. Well, what happens to their league? They're done, right?
Not really.
Now,
That
what
was
happens if they lose? Serie A loses Juve? How many more do they have? They have 6 though.
Six.
Yeah.
They don't need the Juve to thrive.
But why them? I keep saying why? Why
Because
not
I
Milan?
thought-
They could-
Biggest
We
team.
can do without
Milan.
Juve, eh?
Yeah.
Biggest team.
Even without Juve, we got
I
five
think
more good
nah,
teams than
this
League
is
One.
like complete. I'm just speculating and making shit up, but like I feel like especially because Juve has been owned by like the same family for like
Yeah, the
100
family.
years. There's like next level politic connections.
Like
where-
mafia shit?
Maybe
Well,
I don't know.
Milan didn't have that either,
I don't know
though?
what it is, but
Maybe.
like to the point where like we have American owners now. You know, like every club is owned by like foreigners now. Like Juve is the only real last like Italian.
the culture.
Like, one of the-
Hey,
true,
hey,
sorry,
hey,
sorry,
hey,
true.
hey,
And
yeah.
same with Napoli, fine. But like a lot of foreign investors are coming in and taking over now. So I feel like a lot of this stuff is like high level hierarchy,
Oh, yeah.
old traditional family like things that go back before we even know.
Yeah, which is why I feel
History
like
of cheating is still there.
yeah, which
that's
is
the first level.
which is why I
Close
feel like
through.
there's so much shady shit because you guys are mafia.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah, I don't think it's mafia.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's mafia.
Really? The Agnellis? The Nedveds?
The Nedved, this guy said.
The Alcans?
Fiat. Nah.
Really?
Are we
Like-
turning
like-
into a mafia podcast?
I think Allegri has something on
No,
that.
but like you guys feel like you're like the Balotelli, like why always me?
Yeah.
Like, you feel like you have that T-shirt on. all
No,
the
but like, no, we bring it upon ourselves, but like, they investigate like 2 times as hard as any other team
True.
As
If you
they
don't
should, though.
cheat, you wouldn't get caught. You know,
Exactly.
Like, fair, but like just.
But
Everyone does it, man.
If you were a serial killer coming out of jail, would the cops investigate me, who's never gotten a
no,
ticket?
it has some kills,
parking
but not
ticket?
as many kills.
You know, yeah, maybe I have a couple parking tickets. You're a serial killer. What do you think they're gonna invest more?
No, not parking tickets.
That's good. He's got a 30-point deduction.
Maybe
You
like
guys
a
think you have
maybe like
parking ticket?
maybe like a petty theft, something like that. You guys are like, have done some bad things, man.
Whatever, man.
Paying refs.
Okay, but speaking of Juve, like I mentioned, no Europe.
Yeah.
Can they genuinely challenge for the scudetto?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
100% goes in our favor. I'd like to say, since we don't have all these extra games that we have to play throughout the regular season, we're going to keep our guys more fit, more fresh, ready to go. I'd probably say it's in some ways it's better that we're not in the Conference League, but I think it's going to go in our favor being excluded a year just to refresh, reset. We haven't got rid of too many guys. We haven't brought in too many either, so we're kind of keeping that core.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be exciting this season.
Yeah. I think Allegri with only Serie A to focus on 100% of the time is very dangerous. With a week to prepare for every game, no
Just get the 3 points.
interruptions.
Just get the 3
It might not be
points.
pretty, but Allegri gets points, man. And everyone likes to shit on him, but he wins.
Yeah.
He wins games, man.
Even last year, I was surprised to see them like win as much as they did. Like it was crazy. Like they would just be like, "Oh, it's like this is the team you're playing." You look at it on paper, and it's like, how did they even get like the 3 points across from here? So like, I think it's a possibility. Like as a scudetto, no. Top 4, yes.
Yeah.
Scudetto, no. There's too
Scudetto,
many.
yeah.
There's
They
like
need depth.
I look at
Top
an Inter, I look at a Napoli. Like although there's been changes, although like both teams have lost core players, like with the same tactics, with the same people, with reinforcements, like I don't think Juve's done enough.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I don't think you guys have the midfield that you guys think you have. I think they're there, but I don't think they're the midfield that you guys want them
Like
to be.
without the point deduction, they were second,
Tied
Third.
third.
Yeah,
Tied
yeah.
in third.
tied in third.
Okay, but the way they did the points was like terrible. Like,
It was
I don't
tactical.
know.
That was
So
embarrassing to the
tactical.
league, but
It was
Yeah, on
it was so stupid. No, but like giving you the points back, it's like okay.
That was all, I think everyone can agree that was just a disaster.
It was so bad. Like it's like the
Disaster.
teams that were fighting for top 4. It's like okay, do we start our starters today? We have a Champions League game tomorrow. Juve's way behind. We're good. Out of nowhere, Juve's back. Now we got to start playing all these starters before Champions League games because Milan, when they were in the semis against even Napoli, but you guys are already in first. We're benching everybody because we thought, hey, we're top 4. Juve's so far behind still.
Us and Inter were dropping points every week during
Yeah.
Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, man, I think Juve can do top 2. I'm really like I think Juve, Allegri, the consistency of the team. I'm telling you guys.
I
This
think,
guy
you'd be
knows
I
ball,
think you
this
guys
guy.
would be happy with a 3rd place finish this year.
Yeah.
I think you guys would be ecstatic if you guys finished.
I think if they come top 4, it's 4.
We are making top 2, I think.
I think so too.
Forwards, I think people are underrating our forwards. If
you guys are banking on Chiesa to have a return.
No.
Yeah,
I think if we do, I know Berardi's not like a crazy player, but if we do bring someone in like
He scored
Berardi
10
who has
penalties
experience,
this
he's not going to even take
That's all he'll do.
penalties.
Where's
But-
he gonna play on the wing?
Right.
Gonna
Apparently
play-
we're playing a
he's gonna play as a
3-4-3.
fullback?
I think he might take
yeah.
penalties.
Guys, like,
Maybe.
Allegri is so outdated.
Yeah.
Okay, don't.
He is though. He is.
That's not for
You
both
cannot
teams.
win. I don't think you're winning that many. Like there's so many drop points with Allegri because you're
Also
not
against the
going
big
there. You're not
clubs.
going to like. You're not going to verse, Salernitana to smash them 5-0. You guys are trying to get a 1-0 lead,
It
and
works against those clubs, not against the bigger clubs.
Yeah.
though. I
You guys
watched them
draw
lose
points against
5-0
small
to Napoli,
teams.
and they tried to
Yeah.
park it like that.
yeah.
But everyone was losing 5-0
same
to Napoli at that point.
I just think
Sure.
Allegri's
Lazio and
outdated.
stuff.
Man.
I think. Listen, do I like his style? No. I think in Italy, in Europe, this style won't work anymore. But in Italy, I think he can still do really well, and he did really well last year. You guys want to say it or not? And that team with the injuries he dealt with all the bullshit going around his club, he still finished tied in 3rd without the point deduction. He was in 2nd like half the time. I think they're fine, man. I'm actually worried about a Juve team going up against Juve this year, honestly.
I just look at it like position by position: goalkeeper, defenders, midfielders, attackers. If I look across the board, like I don't have like a name that I can go. Okay, if I compare them to any other players, if I compare anyone on Juve to Nosiman, if I compare anyone to Barella, they don't have any like that leap of
Comparison.
quality, that face of the team. Like if you look at like a face of Juve,
Yeah, yeah.
who is the
I
face of
think
Juve?
they have a lot of pieces that if they like Chiesa, of course, Vlahovic had a bad season, but of course Vlahovic is a player. De Ligt, of course, has been a bit down, but De Ligt's a good
De Ligt?
player, man. Like,
No, he's not there.
oh my God, show. My bad.
It's okay.
You
you're
think
not-
about Bonucci? He's also
Yeah,
gone.
Bonucci,
No,
that's a
Bremer
He's
blessing.
going to you guys.
No, hopefully not.
Bonucci leaving's a blessing, I'm telling you.
Bremer though.
Bremer's unreal too.
Rabiot. if Fagioli could stay fit the whole season.
You guys are banking on Fagioli. Like, if you compare Fagioli to any other person in the league in the same position, like
he's not. Though. He's not.
Compare him to someone else. Compare him.
Barella, Fratesi, Çalhanoğlu.
No, I'm not talking about Inter. Inter's midfield is insane.
Anyone.
But
Luis Alberto, like I could go on any of the top 6 teams. Coop Miners. I would literally take any other midfielder like over him. He
wouldn't be the best
long term. I'm saying right now, long term, like who I want to have, I'm putting Fagioli over Fratesi for sure. Maybe even this season, I'd put him over him.
Over this season?
Yeah.
No.
That is a look into the camera. It's a hot take. That is an extremely hot take.
Okay, but Fagioli maybe is our worst of the 3
prospect. Absolutely,
he's good. Yeah,
but
but boys, we're talking about 2023, 24
this year,
and we're talking about Juve still have a fraud manager.
He's the worst of our 3-man midfield, but he's still like quality.
Okay,
Locatelli, Rabiot, they don't really have depth because they have shitty McKinney.
They're gonna win the league.
But they don't need depth though. They don't need depth.
We got the youngsters we can incorporate. You know, like I just saw Hans Nicolucci had a great preseason as well. Some of these guys are going to start getting thrown into the team. Yildiz,
all the guys are saying who?
They don't know yet. They don't know yet.
Saying it now, yeah, sure.
Watch it tomorrow. Loan to Salernitana.
No, they are going to loan a lot of them out. Rovella, Pellegrini, Barineccia.
We're just buying them. We're not loaning them. It's coming.
Yeah, we're going to be selling a lot. We have to make up some money, especially if we want to keep Vlahovic and Chiesa going into the future too. But
okay, but how did you guys lose Di Maria? He's still class.
That's fine. I wouldn't want him at Juve.
You wouldn't want him?
No,
not that team.
Not because he's like not a great player, just because like he deserves to be in like Champions League and stuff.
Oh, he's so good. Fair play.
I agree.
You're like, if you love him, let him free.
Yeah, he should be in Champions League.
It's crazy watching them. Like he'd be the guy who'd pick up the ball anywhere on the field, and like everyone would just sit there and wait, and they just wait for him to do something.
Yeah,
he was back on.
I can't believe
Chiesa leave then.
No.
Yeah, like I can't believe you just said that, bro. He doesn't know you like that.
Yeah, but Di Maria is 33 years old. He deserves to be in the Champions League right now.
Yeah, he was your best player.
You want him at your club, though.
He was your best player.
Not during the rebuild, though, I'd say. Not during the rebuild.
There's a weird signing anyway.
Because come next year, this year, yeah, sure, he'll do really good. He'll get us into the Champions League. The next year, you know, who knows what he's going to be like.
That's a good show.
Wait, so you guys are in a rebuild right now?
Yeah,
but you just said you guys just said you're contenders for Serie A.
You can still be a contender and rebuild. Look at Napoli. They rebuilt and won the league.
Yeah. What are you talking about? They rebuilt. You guys are rebuilding.
They rebuilt in one season.
Facts.
Yes.
Yeah, but we built in a whole new squad.
We can rebuild in one season too.
9 new players.
Yeah, we're just bringing in young players.
No, but
that's all
listen,
we're doing.
I think Di Maria is like a hell of a player. I'm such a fan of him. The World Cup he had too, like insane.
Unreal.
But Bonucci's leaving.
Who cares?
Di Maria's leaving. I think it's like time to like move on, even though Di Maria was on there for a year. But you need a new phase. And it's gonna eventually leave with Allegri leaving too one day.
That's fine.
But for now, like you guys are building around the core. I hope you guys keep Chiesa and Vlahovic and the core guys you have, and you need to go forward with them. That's the direction.
I think as a Juve on a rebuild, the most important thing is Italian.
Yeah.
You think of Juve, you think about national team.
It's true.
Yeah, and you think of Inter, you think of like Colombia.
Yeah. If I look at the Azzurri right now, I don't see like who on Juve is into the Azzurri, and like that's a problem. Like overall, we're not even get into it, but like that's a problem.
I made a comment, bro. I made a long comment on the Home of Milan account where someone commented, they're like, I don't like Milan. Are they gonna sign any Italians? And I commented back to this guy, I'm like, you're an idiot. Because why are we even signing Italians? There's no good Italians that I would want on my team right now.
There is. Casede?
I don't want any Italians. I'm telling you, if I'm a an owner of a club, I'm looking at French players, Spanish players, Brazilian players, like
Portuguese.
Yeah, like to be honest with you, no, I don't want any. I don't care. Everyone's talking shit that Milan have no Italians on the starting lineup. I don't care. Where's City's Italians?
Huh?
Where's all the good teams in Europe? Where are their Italians? There's no good Italians.
Hey, that's an honest man right there.
Yeah, there's
at least they have British people on their team.
I don't want it.
There you go. Like they have English. Like City's got English.
Yeah, fair.
Like,
fair.
like in your league, you want like a Bayern. Look at La Liga. Like
they all have it.
If we're winning, if
Juve's the team, or if Milan's the team, or Inter's the team, you need to have Italians.
If I'm
for the good of Italian football.
I don't care about the good of Italian football.
Yeah, because you prefer Canada like national team over Italy.
I don't care about national football right now. My two national teams right now, like. Whatever. Okay. I care about Milan right now, and I know if Milan's gonna go ahead and win, there's no Italian besides maybe Barella that I really care to have on my team.
Sandro Tonali.
Well, I mean, he was on our team, but that's gone now.
Rub salt in the wound.
But no, seriously, there's no player that like I would go out and get. There's really not.
No, that's an honest man right there.
Bastoni? You wouldn't want Bastoni?
No, I wouldn't. I think we have
I
four
would
center
want
backs
Bastoni.
better than Bastoni. I think we have four center backs better than
You have four center backs. You have
Donnarumma.
80-year-old Kyer that's better than Bastoni.
Kyrie got cooked in
He
preseason.
doesn't.
Kai was a Ballon d'Or nominee a year ago.
Yeah.
Donnarumma.
No, mine yeah. Mine yeah, better.
I'll agree with that statement.
No,
I agree with
but
that statement.
you were saying Italians.
Yeah, I mean, if I have Szczesny in my net, I would want Donnarumma.
What about
No, I'm not even.
what about the heart of Lazio's defense, Romagnoli?
Hey, we just keep getting overlooked. It's fine.
He was
Dude.
class
I
last. Him
love-
and
I love
Casale.
Romagnoli. I was sad to see him leave.
I was so happy.
No, I was sad.
He wasn't even that bad for you guys.
He was
Yeah, but he was
fine.
there
He
for
had,
banter era.
4 or 5 months of like half a
Guy
season.
lives
of
to
bad,
do,
and
like,
then he got
literally
shit
hell.
on.
No,
Nah,
Yeah.
bro. Since he left, we never really replaced him either. I guess Chaw's coming in now.
He's sick.
But
he's good.
No, Romagnoli, and he's playing great, and he finished second. Like, shout out Romagnoli. Nothing.
Yeah, but
respect.
nothing on Azzurri.
Class
though.
guy.
We
If
just
you were
keep
part
getting-
of Milan's banter era, I don't care.
Yeah, but he was our only light in that fucking banter era.
If you
Him,
played with.
Bonaventura and Sassuolo, and
Suso.
Suso, bro.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
My rule
Those
for
guys
Milan
are
is
Honda.
Kazuki
my rule
Honda,
is if
bro.
you play with Jeremy Menez, you're out. You're out of the squad.
That's a proper rule.
That back heel though.
Yeah.
But yo, I got a question for you guys. You know, we got Allegri, we got Sarri, we got Pioli, we got Rudy Garcia. Who's the best gaffer in Serie A?
For Italian football, I got to give a big shout out to Maurizio Sarri. The counter-attacking football that he plays is very, very good. Big shout-outs to Mourinho and Allegri if you want to win a game, especially in Europe, I'd say.
But if you face another top team in Serie A, you don't
Yeah.
want Mourinho.
Yeah.
Or Allegri.
Mourinho. I think Pioli's a fraud.
I think, honestly, like all jokes aside with Mourinho, because Mourinho obviously he's won everything. You have to respect Mourinho. But I think honestly this year, if he does nothing, he's done. He's gonna go to Saudi and just take it and run.
Yeah.
Because it's done.
Yeah, fact.
done.
Buddy, I would too.
Done.
I'd go too. But what do you mean Pioli's a fraud? Elaborate.
Okay, no, he's not a fraud. Okay. I've
He's
been
a fraud. Won the Scudetto. you guys are
I've
fraud.
been Team Pioli for a long time. I think he was a good gaffer to come in, and he came in during banter era to turn us around. I think he was good for that. Now that we actually have some depth, we're going to be playing high-level soccer, Champions League. We want to be going to like at least semifinals, I would say.
Well,
Like, for me.
didn't he do that last year?
Yeah, he did, but like, but then again, he did, but he was also putting the same 4-2-3-1 every game, same starting 11
have
every game.
one lineup.
Yeah, you guys
But
have,
there was
who's your
no-
right
there was
wingers?
no-
You want to play
There was no
Yes or
tactics. There's no
Salad makers?
tactics. Like if you like near the end, like mid, I would say near mid-season, teams were figuring us out. They would sit back on us. We would be able to do nothing. Like it was pretty simple to beat us. Now he's trying to change to a 4-3-3, which pretty much looks exactly the same as the 4-2-3-1. I would say at this point now, if we want to see Milan go to the next level, we need I would say we need a more experienced manager that's been there. And I don't like how Pioli deals with young players either.
I'm so passionate about this topic because I'm such a Pioli-in guy. And I feel like our fan base is so ungrateful for what it's like. We've forgotten how long we've been shit for. We come back for 2 years and we're expecting to win Champions League every year. Like this guy has came in, taking a squad with no depth, a shitload of unproven players. Like Theo Hernandez was unproven, Leao was unproven. Like these guys, he's made superstars. That's why I don't like the whole young player shout thing. Like, bro,
And he also only has like usually 1 or 2
have-
years, and then
Yeah.
And then he-
but now it's
100%.
consistent.
Yeah,
Like he's
yeah.
matched that consistency
100%.
point now,
He
where he's
came in,
gone the next level.
every
right?
season we've seen progression. We've seen top 4, we've seen Scudetto, now we see UCL semifinals. I'll give you this. Did we have a great season last year? Like we didn't play very well and we were getting results. This year, I think I was saying it before, like it's time to really, like the slack is off now. Like he needs to perform. He's been giving a shitload of investments. We're giving the players he needs, right wingers. There's no more excuse about the right winger. Like a lot of the excuses I was giving him have been solved now. So now it's like, let's see what we can do. But for me, man, Pioli, he's been given absolutely the most bare minimum and he won a Scudetto with it. Like we didn't, like if you looked at that 11 at the beginning of the season and I told me that Milan was going to win the Scudetto that year,
No chance.
no chance. So Pioli in, man. Pioli in until he's out. Like until he does something. Like, until we don't make top 4. Until we get knocked out in group stage in Champions League. Until something catastrophe happens. Like for me, Pioli's in and he deserves it. He deserves that slack, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Well put.
He's been knocked out in group stage in Champions League.
Yeah, but we won the Scudetto that year, I think. So it's fine, you know.
He just needs to be more creative, in my opinion, with his tactics. That's it.
I hear you, but now we have the depth. So now it's like,
Yeah,
I
so we
agree.
gotta see.
Let's see what he can do
Yeah.
now. Because if he sticks to the 4-2-3-1 and it's not working
know.
and shit, then I'll get upset too. But yeah,
No shots for Gasperini,
I was about to say Gasperini.
Italiano,
Gasperini's a good show.
Simone Inzaghi.
I was gonna actually say Inzaghi. Yeah.
Yeah, Zaghi's up there. I still got Gasperini for the team that he had last year. That was complete garbage, that team, and he still made them top 7.
Finished
Was
fifth.
top 7?
Finished
Yeah.
fifth.
Fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was up in the top 4 for a while. Start of the season.
No matter what team he has, he makes them good.
Yeah.
He's unreal.
It's Inzaghi as well. Like I think a lot of people were saying, like from the Lazio side of things, it was like with the Azzurri, I think like Inzaghi's next step after Inter is the Azzurri. I think like that's the level that he can go on because of what he's able to do with nothing, with what he's able to do with not with youth players so much, but like what is at his disposal. Like at a time right now, like with Italy, like you have what you have, he could make the best out of that. But again, like I think he's been the most consistent. I think this year is going to be another big year for him too. If he fails, I think he's out. So look at him, and of course Sadi. Yeah, like have to give it to him too as well.
Yeah.
Like
Would you guys all go Spalletti if he was in the league?
No,
I would be.
Because I would.
I would.
From what he
deserves
did with
deserves
Napoli.
season.
we have a lot of good managers in the league.
We do.
That's
do,
like
we do,
like
we do.
we have like 6, 7, 8 guys that we could list. Like I don't think any other leagues we could really do that with. Maybe Prem. Maybe.
Oh yeah, Prem's yeah.
But they got to steal our managers.
Yeah, but they have to steal.
Still
it.
salty
Yeah.
about this, I believe.
Yeah.
Is the Zerbi the best Italian manager?
Right now? Yeah, for sure.
now.
No,
Yes, he is.
You know,
Him and
you still have to say
Spalletti.
Ancelotti. You still have to.
Yeah, I think
you still
Ancelotti,
have
yeah.
to. But on like
Ancelotti's
Zerbi is
a
coming
goat,
up.
though. Yeah, Ancelotti's goated, but like underneath Ancelotti, I think De Zerbi, what he's doing at Brighton, different.
Because he's been able to prove himself outside of Italy.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the next big thing. So I'd even look at something like well, obviously Conte's not coaching right now, but like a Conte as well, right?
Yeah.
That could be another guy who's a shell, but he's always not.
I love an Italian manager who's progressive, and like De Zerbi's football is just
Yeah, it's good.
no other coach in Italy can coach his team. Maybe Sarri, maybe,
You got
but it's still
Italianos
different.
up there too.
Italiano,
Yeah.
fine, but like De Zerbi, the way they play, man, it's
a little
incredible.
It's emotional, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna say crying.
We need him at the Azzurri, no?
Nah, not
He's
yet.
a Milan fan, eh? Who knows? When Pioli's done, man,
Perfect.
he's a Milan boy.
That's
Let
the
him
perfect
do
manager
his
for
thing.
you.
Let him do his thing.
No,
in the club.
you need a gaffer like that to rebuild
Marquise,
Italian
right
football.
Nah, let him do some club stuff.
Bro, Azzurri, because
He still
all
has a
you
lot
guys
to
have your
prove.
clubs, but Azzurri means everything to you guys collectively.
He's still trophyless. He'll win some trophies at club level and then
it's
talk.
Brighton though.
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
He's coached Brighton, Sassuolo, and
No, I know
Shakhtar.
that. I know that. But eventually, he's gonna get a big.
Maybe
move
he'll
to
get a
somewhere
Carabao
big.
Cup.
No. But eventually, I think from Brighton, maybe like 1 or 2 years down the
I
line.
think you go to like a top Italian
yeah,
team next year.
Yeah.
Sure.
Top
Yeah.
talent, or I'm sure like even like maybe like you never know, Bayern sacking people like crazy. You never know.
Yeah.
Who wants to go there though at that rate?
They like Germans, though.
I want to ask you guys a question. Between Lazio and Roma, who makes top 4?
None.
You have my answer. I don't even have to speak. So
None for me.
I say Lazio.
none.
I don't got any. I think the top 4 is going to be tough this
I
year.
agree. I don't think
Neither?
I don't think either of them are
Inter,
top 4.
Milan, Juve, I think are my locks. And then that 4th spot is going to be tough.
I'd have to agree there.
Wow, that's crazy. Huh.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, Napoli. Oh, shit, too. Forgot about Napoli, too. It's because Juve, I said.
I thought he said Napoli.
No, I'm doing the J look.
Oh, the answer's
Lazio or Roma?
Roma. I'm gonna go Roma. No offense. I'm gonna go Roma.
Yeesh.
I think good signings. Good signings.
No, Lazio
They always
finished
have
higher.
good signings.
You never know. But I think with Dybala, Awar, we're not
Awar's not that
signed.
good.
I
They have
don't
no
believe
strikers.
Okay, but you never like.
I don't
Who
believe
cares?
Roma.
They have
I think
Dybala.
Tammy Abraham. They have a solid. You know, I think they made good signings, and it's Mourinho.
They have no
He's
striker,
gonna make the
though.
most out of it. Tammy.
I think
You gotta let
Lazio
him.
finishes ahead of Roma, but I think they're both out of top 4.
The reason why
We're
I,
challenging for top 4. Like top 4, I'd be happy.
Challenging.
With.
without
Sure.
Savage,
Lazio finish that at
Top
Juve.
4, I would be happy. 4th.
I don't know. The only reason why I'm not giving you guys like
Because we're in the Super
contender.
Copa champions. If we obviously lose maybe Europa and league, we
Yeah.
have some depth now. But again, we lost Milinkovic. It's like
huge.
we need to be realistic. Like anyone, the Lazio fan who's saying, "Oh, we're gonna finish we're challenging for scudetto, we're finishing second, third. Like even Saudi said, like we did a miracle last year.
Yeah.
So like fourth place again to make champions after the crazy schedule we have, I would be happy with. But like fourth is gonna be tough.
Mid-season is going to be tough.
Mid-season is tough.
And Milinkovic was the best center mid in Serie A, in my opinion, hands down. So
There's no
Hands
debate.
down, eh?
yeah.
No debate.
He was better than Barella.
I don't know if he was better.
I don't know
I'd say
about
so.
that.
There's-
Better than
It's different.
Tonali?
It's tough. It's different.
Maybe just strictly Serie A.
If you put again, Milinkovic, Barella on an Inter, if you watch that game, who stands out more?
I think
And watch
Barella
them.
would.
No.
It's close.
I think
It's
so,
close.
man.
Fine,
Shit, man, Tonali's still
No,
different.
I don't know.
So I'm so sad about Tonali.
Tonali still will not be that.
He is the only player in soccer today that still has grinta, man.
He's a little Gennaro.
No one
really
else has
is.
Grinta, eh?
Nah,
So then you never seen Barella play then?
it's the hardest thing to find these days. No, I think he's just a brat.
Okay,
Tonali
here's a
actually
question
is
for
pretty,
you.
yeah.
So Barella, who can he be replaced by? If Barella were to leave Inter, who does Inter stand to
Fratesi.
replace him?
No, I think Tonali could replace him.
They're so
If like Tonali was to come to Inter.
Okay, so now
Or you're talking about just strictly
Milinkovic-Savic,
Inter?
who replaces him?
Yeah, he's tough.
No
It's
player.
because he's
No player.
so good going forward. That's the
Nah.
reason.
And his size for a center mid.
Size, technical,
think-
touch,
think-
Prime
finishing,
Pogba.
assists.
Yeah.
That's a big comparison.
Yeah.
That's it.
Trying to think here.
Rabiot.
There's none.
No, Savage is so consistent as well. He does it every single year. He's done it for
every season.
every season.
Under the radar.
Yeah,
I'm
fair
happy
enough.
he got
Give
his
his
bag.
flowers. Yeah, give him his flowers.
Sad to see him leave. But
Don't worry.
That's bad for the league.
I would never take that.
I'll never hate on a guy for feeding his family. Never.
Same. I understand.
But-
Yeah.
Never.
I think he's doing more than just feeding them,
Size
though,
Neymar,
eh?
yeah.
But who do you guys think is the best Italian footballer in the world right now?
But no, actually, well, I still think
No, it's
it's still
Barella.
Verratti.
It's Barella.
I think it's still Verratti. Actually, no, it's Donnarumma.
Good shot.
No, it's
It's
Barella.
Donnarumma. No, it's Donnarumma.
I'd probably have to go Barella.
I still think it's Donnarumma.
I
Why?
think he's super underrated, man.
I think
In
Donnarumma
the
is super
world.
underrated.
But,
I think people forgot when
Champions
Donnarumma
League
was.
final.
Barella.
Yeah, I agree.
Like worldwide, no one knows how good Barella actually is.
Yeah.
Saw in
I
the Champions
saw a
League how
little
much
bit.
he did as well.
I'm still gonna die by the sword, man. Tonali's better than Barella.
No, he's not.
I think Verratti is still really, really
100%.
good.
Yeah.
Barella though. Barella, yeah, I want to shout out Bastoni too. I rate him so much. I think he's insane. But
Yeah,
Barella,
on a level of those two, no.
I think Barella is like the face of the national team right now. I think he has to be.
I'd have to say Chiesa too, especially coming
Chiesa,
coming
of
off that
course.
Euro too.
If you asked me a year ago or 2 years ago, I would have said Chiesa.
Yeah,
100%.
Obviously
Yeah.
now
gotta see
it's
this year.
tough. We haven't
Yeah.
seen him come back to the form that he had before,
Yeah.
but Chiesa for sure.
Hanging on by a thread for Juve fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are willing
It's
to
really
take it down
like.
to
So
the
what happens
wire,
after
man.
this year when he like racks 3 goals and like
There's still,
5
next year on the
assists,
podcast, we're gonna say,
it's gonna be the
guys,
same
Chiesa
thing.
next year.
If,
he's the face of the league.
if he's fit and he fails,
But it depends where he plays.
then I can say
So he's
something.
going to
right?
play in the 2.
If he plays
Unless
in
he
the
plays,
two,
unless he plays the left wing back. I don't know.
Do you hear we still talk about Pogba? That's,
It's the same thing.
See, this is why I like Chiesa. He said he's injured, right?
He
So
was
that's your
back.
excuse, right?
Every player gets
injured,
injured,
was
man.
injured.
Yeah.
It's part of soccer.
he had a really bad.
He had a bad injury, like
Yeah.
sure.
yeah, we're acting like it's a little injury.
No, you
Continue,
fucking-
Jay.
no, it was a solid injury. But like for me, when I see a player like Neymar injured the whole year and still gets 20 GA,
No,
that's talent.
No, this is different
talent.
because Neymar still plays like a good amount of games and he gets injured for like what 2 or 3 games and he's back.
He was
Like,
injured for
Chiesa-
4 months.
No, he was at
like
his sister's birthday.
at one point. He took
No,
that month
4
off.
months straight.
Yeah, but he took 1 month off because of his sister's birthday. and
Okay.
It was your
the other
sweet.
month.
It was your sweet 16 that time.
Oh,
I
dude.
feel like we're not blaming Allegri ball enough. Like it's
And that.
Vlahovic
It
went
is.
from Fiorentina like smashing goals.
But
and,
again, like even the
whole
little
team-
pieces
the whole
of
team
quality,
suffered,
though,
you know?
like
Yeah.
just watching him play, like anyone, like you can say it's a Allegri ball. Oh, okay, the tactics suck, but when you get the ball, what you do with it, what you're doing, like you can even see it by that. Like it's
Yeah.
either like he's being prevented from doing something, or he doesn't have the confidence. So
Fair.
once he can build it up, fair enough again.
I
But
just
like
think
right now,
it's tough to judge a player when a whole team is struggling. You know, like
well, you have to be that person, and that's how you.
fair.
That's how you go.
It's tough doing that from left wing back, but
That's what I'm saying, man.
Well,
yeah.
That's when you put your foot
Hey,
down.
someone has to be the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to say I'm going striker.
Vlahovic is
Someone else
Piontek 2.0. That's what he is. He's the same
That's a
thing.
crazy-
He's the
That's
same
a
thing.
fuck take,
Same
man.
thing.
easy there.
Wow.
Easy
He
there.
scored
All I
20
want to know
goals
is
on
how
Genoa.
that guy is worth like 80, 90 mil. I want to know how that is like the valuation of that guy.
Okay, Juve fans, answer this question. Why is he rated
Like,
80, 90
compare,
mil?
compare him to like any
For
other
one
striker in the
season.
league. One season,
One
I like
season,
even
one
like Højlund, like who went to
I was
Manchester
gonna say.
United.
Yeah,
How
same
like
thing.
60, 70
That
mil
was
Same
mad.
thing.
That was
for 1
He
year.
scored 10
like it's
goals
prime
last
tax,
year.
sure, but like
Oh my god,
I would say that's kind of cheap.
that's transfer the year. Best transfer of the year.
You know what's crazy? I think they signed him a year ago for 7 million or 7.5 million, and within a year he goes for 80 million.
That is transfer of the year, actually.
Why is Vlahovic worth 80, 90 mil?
So I think the thing is here is that around the whole world of football, every team is looking for a number 9. I think that there's a shortage of pure number 9s. So the valuation for these players have gone up so much more, especially a guy like Højlund, where sure he didn't put up as many goals as people would have liked to see him for that valuation. But like someone like Vlahovic as well, still very young, still very raw. And he's proven that he could put up as many goals as he did with Fiorentina and early on with Juventus. I think for sure his valuation has to be higher than Højlund as of right now.
That's why I think it sets a precedence. Like something like that sets a precedence, so it has to be that.
Yeah.
But like again, 80 mil for that. Like when people were saying like 50 was too much for like Milinkovic, it's crazy. It's like, how is that even like?
Yeah.
Like there's
No,
levels.
he was worth 100, man.
There's levels.
His first season, Vlahovic's first season too. Like I have a slack for that. Like first years, you got to let them settle in. New club, big club. Going to Juve from Fiorentina. It's
Big
big
expectations.
Big expectations. So we'll see this year, man. But I still rate Vlahovic. I think he's a good player.
No, you could see he's a killer in the box when he gets service. Like if you watch Juve play last year, I think he got like maybe one shot a game, maybe.
I would have liked to see a little bit more minutes with him in Serbia for the World Cup. I think they played Mitrovic a lot more.
Yeah.
Mitrovic is a G though. That guy's just
Crazy.
incredible.
Which is actually crazy.
Hey, but if you have the talent, shouldn't you be on the field?
I think so, but based off of I think how they were playing, they did favor Mitrovic, especially with the form that he was in last year. It's very tough to pick to sit him on the bench.
It's a fair shout. But expectations on top of expectations, I want to wind down here with top 4 predictions. Who's your top 4? Starting from 4 to 1. I'll start on this side. Stevie, 4 to 1. Who is it?
It's a tough one. Came up prepared for this question. I want to go Lazio 4, just because they need to be here. I can't like not rep them. So Lazio's going 4. I think I want to say Milan 3rd. I think they do have a lot of good signings, but I think they're going to need a year to adjust, and they've got other stuff going on. All this Juve talk is nonsense. Inter is going to finish, or sorry, I'll go Napoli 2nd and Inter 1st.
Juve miss out on your top 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But is that like who you want the top 4 to be, or
no?
who
That's
you
like
think the top 4 will
that's
be?
realistic. Like I think all this talk of like Juve not having like European football, they play once a week. They'll play Copa and they'll play once a week.
I think the problem with what you said was Lazio in 4.
Oh, I have to.
Because you said because I have to rep.
Well,
them.
I have to, and like it is realistic because although we lost Milinkovic, we did get quality depth, and we're also getting more quality depth while keeping the same team apart from that one player. So that one player is a massive hole. But if I look at Inter, they lost a big player. I look at Napoli, they lost a big player. Milan lost a big player. Every other team lost a big player. Juve didn't have a big player to lose.
So big players will get hurt anyways.
I
don't know. Like maybe Vlahovic, but they would have replaced him with like Lukaku. I don't know. Like it's not the same. It's not the same. Like on a quality side of things, I don't think Juve like matches the other teams. Like I think Allegri is a manager to be able to win, just like Mourinho. But like I don't think they have like enough. Even like in Atalanta, like I put them all in the same branch of like. They can't. Like the 4th place spot, I think, is going to be where there's changes. But I think the top 3, like I think the Milanese sides and Napoli, like
so you're putting Juventus a part of the mash with Atalanta, Lazio, Roma.
Yeah.
So you said everyone lost a big player, but if we go team for team, like Juve's team blows Lazio out of the water.
No, they don't.
I'm gonna say this right
on
now.
Paper, they do.
On paper,
they do.
Juventus has the best starting lineup.
Oh my god!
I don't know. On paper, I can't say starting lineup, but I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna say it.
No.
It's a big show.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, that's a no. It's just a no.
Then Lazio, yes, because you have a aging Immobile who's getting worse.
Then Lazio, yes. Compared to Inter.
I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about Lazio right now.
Well, you said in the league.
You're going team for team.
Like Lazio.
Yeah, I know.
Just Lazio.
No, I said the
Just
league.
Lazio.
Tez said Juve have the best team on paper.
I don't think so. I think Inter, but
I believe they're going head to head with any other team.
Dude, I think Juve's team on paper is shite. It is.
Milan's pretty bad too.
It's bad?
Yeah, I don't like their midfield.
Okay. It's still better than Juve's though.
That's not though.
It is.
not.
A healthy mid is better.
I still think Milan's midfield is better, but I think
You have
Inter's
two,
the best team on
you have two
paper.
unproven guys and Cunha.
We have Benacer, who's better than your whole.
Okay,
Benacer's not playing this season.
But that's part of our team though. Okay, he's injured. Sure. Okay,
Lazio
so
calls the ruckus
So
here.
no
eh?
Pogba,
I like
you're not
that.
counting
I like
Pogba,
that.
then?
I like
Okay,
Pogba.
Give me your
Hey, that's fine.
give me your Gala Juve midfield. Who is it? The three guys. Who is it?
Like everyone fit.
Yeah, everyone's fit,
I'm from
healthy.
Pogba, and they're not
Yeah,
gonna.
go say it. Go.
No, I'll put
2015
Fajoli, Locatelli, and Rabiot. Rabiot's better than.
Thank you, bro. That's crazy.
Rabiot's better is like top 5 midfielders in the league. Yes, easily.
Which one of these players
He's
starts
top
at
5,
Inter
but
and
he's
Napoli?
5. You know,
No, I never said you were better than those guys.
He's top 5, but
I
he's
literally always
6.
said last. I literally always said last.
I gotta say, back-to-back World Cup finals. Like
Who, Rabiot?
Rabiot, yeah, he's not there in
You know what he reminds me
doesn't
of?
bother
Like,
me.
honestly, like a Matuidi. He's just there. He's just there and he's always there.
He led Juventus in
He's
goals
just there
and
and he's like, look,
assists.
Matuidi played in the World Cup. Did he not? He starred
as a left back.
starred for Juve.
Dude,
Same
at
thing.
the Euros, he wasn't even the most talked about Rabiot there. His mom was. Like literally though.
Damn.
Am I wrong?
Damn.
Bro, the back-to-back World Cup final shot's crazy. Bro. I don't think he played. Did he play 2018?
No.
He did, but Mbappe carried that.
2018. He didn't.
That's the thing. He doesn't.
did.
He
He's the
doesn't.
worst
Do, he
midfielder
doesn't
in the
do
team.
what everyone wants to see. He does the gritty work. Yes, like Matuidi,
Yeah.
but he's got that technical ability to
Yeah.
bring him a little bit.
Like
above-
technical,
above.
like
I don't-
no
I don't
comparison.
doubt
But
it.
like the
Juve
same,
fans
like
want him out
kind
like
of
a year
vibe.
ago.
Like no one,
Before the
like a
season.
lot of midfielders can't bring the ball up like Rabiot does. Like with
Yeah.
that much aggression.
Well, no one else on Juve can do it. That's for sure.
Locatelli is so
Wait, but you
bad.
think
No, he's not.
I
though.
disagree with that.
He's unreal. He's actually a great player.
I think Locatelli's problem is he's playing 6. And then Euro
Yeah,
he was
they put
playing
him
as
as
an
an
8, and he was banging in goals, and he was playing fantastic. He's
Yeah.
playing as a holding midfield.
Because
It's a
that's
different role.
That's
man.
where we need him.
you
Yeah,
think
I know.
Rabiot's the best midfielder in Serie A?
No, stop.
No.
No,
Don't.
probably
realistic,
not the
be
best.
realistic.
I'm not going to say top 5. I'm going to say at least top 3. But sure.
Double down.
But he's not the best. He's not the best. I'm
Who's
putting
top 3 then?
Barella above him for sure. And
You might have to put him 2, right?
who else? Who else we got there? Maybe like
Benacer.
I do rate Lobotka a lot.
Benacer.
I do rate Lobotka a lot.
Benacer.
Benacer is insane.
He's not playing though.
Benacer, yeah,
What are you talking
it's
about?
just
This year,
a tough position right now with Benacer.
Like
you
going
know?
to this year, do you think
And
Benacer's gonna be a top
injury?
3?
If he was healthy, I mean, are we talking about healthy or not healthy? Because that's the different
No,
story.
because
So,
if we're going
like,
healthy,
we
then
have not mentioned Luis Alberto's name once on this
Class.
podcast.
Luis Alberto.
Like once on this entire
Yeah,
he
podcast.
played
that
like
one.
the first half of the season for Lazio.
No, he did. He just every time he came on, he scored.
Yeah, when he came on, yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry, didn't
I'll
like
take
him
it.
at the beginning.
I'll take it.
Is he
That's
staying now?
Yeah, he's staying now, and like he's been what last 4 or 5 years, and not even talked about once.
So you got Rabiot over Hakan?
Yes.
Yes.
I would even. Do
Okay,
that.
fair.
I
Let's
agree
hear
with
let's
that.
hear your top 4.
Okay. So I do not also think Juve is coming top 4.
There we go. Heard it from the light blue side over here.
So, in my opinion, it's a toss-up between Roma, Lazio, and Juve for that 4th spot. I think it's going to be really close. Like I think it's going to go right down to the last match day.
Who gets it?
So 4th, I got Lazio as well. I like the signings they made. I think they have depth. I think Kamada is going to be a really huge signing for them.
Good player.
Also, they finally have a backup striker, which was a huge problem with Lazio. Like last season, if Immobile didn't score, they don't really have anything else. Now, Castellanos is good. The right winger they got is good as well. 3rd, I'm going to go Milan. I think they've made good signings and stuff like that. I think the only thing with Milan is I feel like those signings are going to take time to gel. So at the start of the season, those first 5-10 games, you might not like see the best Milan. But I think as the season progresses, they'll get like better and better, and they'll be in that title race. I feel like the top 3 teams are all going to battle for the title this year. I think it'll be super close. 2nd, I'm going to take Inter. Although they've lost Skriniar and they've lost Onana, I feel like they made good replacements.
And Brozovic.
And Brozovic.
That's 3 man.
All players.
And Lukaku. And
Dzeko as
Lukaku.
well. But I feel like they've replaced all around pretty well. Like Fratesi is not Bronzovic, but he's a good player. And in the long
Sommer.
run, that's a good signing. Sommer's
Yeah,
another
Sommer's good.
solid player. Up top, they've lost Lukaku, but I think Thuram's going to do really well in Serie A. I feel like he could give you like 10 to 15 goals. And then Arnautovic, the last 2 years on Bologna, has scored 10, 15 goals. So I feel like that's going to be a really good like trio up there. And I feel like especially because depth in the league is such an important thing. Like that's my thing with Juve. Even though they're only playing one competition. You have players who are injury prone like Keys and Vlahovic, Pogba. If they get hurt, you don't have any depth in those positions.
I think
Moise Keane is your backup striker. Moise Keane is not starting nowhere.
He's starting on the dance floor.
He got kicked out of relegation Everton. He got kicked out.
Okay.
And then first I got Napoli.
He went to Everton for like 40 mil. What was that? Like
Napoli running it back. Eh?
I think I'm only saying it because they've won the league already last year with that squad.
Yeah.
I think though between Inter and Napoli, I think it's a toss-up. It's very close. Napoli's squad has pretty much stayed the same. We have our center back replacement. No one probably knows him here, Nathan.
Yeah,
but he's a
Brazil.
But
I heard about him.
He's a pretty good player. He plays exactly the way Kim and Koulibaly are. Same thing, left-footed, can play the ball, dribble. He's having a great preseason. And with Napoli, I'm sure everyone's learned, like, we don't sign those big players. Kvara and Kim, the same thing last year. Everyone said, oh, you're not going to compete for anything. You're not going to come top 4. So ADL does. And we also, our new depth midfielder, in my opinion, is going to have a huge impact on our squad. And so, yeah, that's why I'm going to take Napoli first. But I think it's honestly a toss-up between Inter and Napoli.
I don't mind it.
very similar.
You look like
I
you're
got a
like
lot to say.
you look like a pot of stew, just like boiling.
I got a lot to say. Okay.
All right, redeem yourself.
First of all,
You went first.
everyone's hating on. Everyone thinks this Juve team sucks. So we would have finished third. We would have tied with Milan last year. We said this before, right?
Yeah.
Lazio downgraded. Napoli might lose Zielinski. They lost Kim. Huge downgrade. They lost Spalletti. They got Garcia, who was a serial loser.
Choker won the league once.
Hey, no, we can say that he's with Roma, so yeah, serial loser's fine.
Okay. Roma, I don't think they're going to be anything. They're not going to make top four. They never do. Milan downgraded to their team. Their starting 11 is downgraded.
Buddy, you're calling the kettle black, buddy.
Their starting 11 downgraded. You guys got depth, but that's for Champions League. So they're realistically going to be rotating their good players into Champions League and to say yes. So you're not going to have your full team for every Serie A game. Now Juve is going to have their full team every Serie A game, right?
Unless they get injured.
Unless they get injured, but they had injuries last year, and guess what? They tied for third with you
they
guys.
still scored,
right? Inter, best team by far. They're winning the league. So fourth, I actually got Milan. Third, Napoli. Second, us. Inter first.
Who's us?
Juve. Clip it. Watch. I'll bet on that.
You'll bet on it?
Yeah. Top two.
I'll go to you because I know you mentioned you have a bet. But start with your four.
All right. Starting with my four, I'm going to give it to Milan. I think he said it pretty well. They did downgrade, especially with losing Tonali. Is going to be a huge
right winger last year.
It's going to be a huge
Yeah, but now they don't have a midfield
to replace.
They lost one player and replaced it with four.
I'm going to go a little bold.
Benestier's out.
I'm going to put Inter 3. And then I think the top 3 is going to be a very, very tight toss-up. But I'm going to have to give the 3 to Inter, the 2 to Napoli, and who I'm about to drop a nice bet on to win the whole scudetto, Juventus.
Wow.
Don't put too much on it.
How much money?
I think we're probably going to be in the range of around 500.
Oh.
Hey, put it into existence.
That's a donation right there.
Put it into existence.
As soon as this pod is done, I'm going to load it up.
Wow.
And then cash it out.
Halfway through.
What do you got, Demare?
The Milan boys now.
You know ball, sir.
You're going to say it. You're going to.
You know ball. I got the same 4 as him, man.
I thought he was being.
I got Milan in 4. I think a lot of new faces. It's going to take time. I think we make a decent run in UCL again. I feel like Milan is just Champions League. That's what we do. And that run is going to hurt us in the league.
Yes.
But in general, a lot of new faces. And to be honest, maybe a downgraded squad. The depth-wise, but the quality, I have to agree with you. So I have Milan in the 4, and it'll be a bit of a disappointment. 3, I have Napoli. I think they take a bit of a dip. It's tough to go back-to-back, man. It's tough, man. No. Like, no one has done it since Juve. Like, since then, it's always been a little bit of a drop-off after. So I think new coach coming in, a couple key players missing. It's going to be a bit of an adjustment. Second, I have Juve. I think a big bounce back here for Juve. I think they finally start getting their shit together. And then 1, Inter. They're the best team.
Yeah.
So.
Common team with Inter here.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but. Yeah.
What do you got, brother?
Okay.
There you go.
So I'm not okay. Relax. First, I'm gonna take Inter. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Second, I'm gonna take Juve.
guy's going backwards.
No, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down. Second, I'm gonna take Juve. They don't have any Europe, which whatever. Allegri can focus his starting lineup on getting 1-0 wins or 0-0 ties.
Perfect.
It'll be a fun season to watch for Juve fans. Milan definitely didn't downgrade. Like you said, we sold one player, which can easily be replaced. It's
Easily.
One,
Ooh.
yeah, Reinders, you'll see. You'll see. From what I see from preseason, he can do it. And when Benacer comes back, you're forgetting that's still a top 3 midfielder in the league.
He's coming back halfway through the year.
Okay, yeah, cool. Third, wait, I just said, who am I taking second? What did I just say?
Juve.
Said
Oh, yeah,
Milan
Juve second.
third.
Yeah, no, Europe. Milan third. And this is crazy, but I'm going to take
Don't say Roma.
Atalanta fourth.
I was thinking it too. Yeah.
Like Demario said, I think going back to back's hard, and I still think with a new coach and the way Napoli ended the season last season, where they were kind of returning back to their last season form, like not last season form, and also they're one Osimhen injury away from being.
If Simeone, though, on Raspadori.
It's true.
It's not Osimhen, though.
But it's not Osimhen. And Osimhen, if he gets injured again, and if AFCON is this year, which they said it is, Napoli could struggle. With Champions League and everything, they could struggle.
I
We went a
think
month without Osimhen and we won every game.
Kvaratskhelia has a big year because what I said halfway through was that he was going to drop because everyone was going to know what he
Teams,
was
yeah,
doing.
double team,
They're going to
yeah.
start to know him. They're going to double team him, triple
Yeah.
team, whatever has to
Yeah.
be done. So if he can't find that form again, you have to realize that like that worked only because of Osimhen and Kvara.
Yeah.
Like that was it.
Yeah.
If you take one of those guys out, like you for a little bit, and even with AFCON,
Yeah,
even
double
with
team.
like it's not the same.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Raspadori,
I
not
still
the
think
same.
Napoli is good enough to win the league. They probably will be top 2, but I'm just going to take a gamble here and say that Napoli are going to struggle next year. And it's going to be one of those seasons that Milan had last year. Yeah.
Atalanta.
Yeah, Atalanta.
Shout out Lookman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They're
Shout out
sneaky.
Lookman.
They're always a sneaky team.
He's got a nice attack, but
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest is kind of.
They'll have random players. They'll
Shout
have
out
random players.
Scalvini too.
Yeah, they'll have random players that come up.
That'd be a great sign.
Koopa Myers might be coming to Napoli soon, so
See, then that might change it a little bit.
We'll see.
Yeah, like the Mercato's not over. You never know.
Yeah,
you know?
there's still a lot to go.
Mercato's
Yeah.
crazy.
Bold top 4, boys. Bold. I'm gonna slip mine in quick, even though no one asked. But
Top 4.
I'm gonna go Roma 4th.
Wow.
Love their midfield.
You're just doing this for Mario, man.
Juve 3rd. Milan 2nd. Napoli 1st. Inter miss out top 4.
Wow.
Inter.
I just said it.
Okay.
What are you gonna do about it?
That's
Maybe in the park.
I respect it. I respect it.
I think Inter lost way too much, and
They lose.
I give about the replacements.
What they lose?
Brozovic,
Didn't play.
Skriniar,
Didn't play.
Lukaku,
and Dzeko.
and Dzeko,
Okay, yeah, they're striking.
and Onana.
Yeah, but they got Summer.
That's
in
the whole
They
spine.
got Jan Sommer.
No, but Skriniar didn't
They're
play. Brozovic didn't play that much.
But he's the heart. He's
They
the,
got Sommer,
it-
they're
that-
fine.
you're forgetting also off the pitch, the locker room.
Brozovic is
He
pretty
thought he
toxic
used the
player.
locker room. That's one thing.
Hey, I didn't doubt your takes. Don't doubt mine.
I'm doubting that one a little bit. I don't know.
But nonetheless, regardless of our agreements and disagreements, it's gonna be a good freaking season. No,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be good.
Can't wait.
it's gonna be a good freaking season.
Yeah.
Sure hope so, man.
Appreciate all you boys for coming through and saying all your hot takes. This was a blast. Great preview for the upcoming season. Super exciting. And also another shout out for Amore di Zio for housing us today. Beautiful new restaurant. Be sure to check it out in Richmond Hill. And until next time, we the culture.
See ya.
Mint boys.
Wow.
all right.
Dope.
I hate all you guys.
You are a clown.
Me, look at you. Put Atalanta 4th.
You guys just like pretend you're like. Okay, wait. Just say your hot take again. You say Juve has a better top 4. Juve has a better team than Lazio on paper.
Juve has a better team than Lazio on paper.
I'm trying to think.
Oh,
Right
okay.
now, start laughing now.
I'm trying to think what the craziest take was. There's a lot of crazy shit. Rabiot top 3 midfielders is wide. That was
You told me you were gonna say he was the best.